into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Very good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to it. My name is Graham Richards. You are live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in on this beautiful Tuesday morning. At least hopefully you're feeling it is going to be a beautiful day. If not, maybe your mood needs a little bit of a boost, and we've got just the tonic for you. It's a Tuesday morning, which means we delve into health matters. And this morning we're going to be talking about ways that you can lift your mood. We will be connecting with our Joburg team throughout the morning, obviously delving a little deeper into some of the root causes and what we can do about it. But maybe you've got some special ways that you lift your mood. Maybe just tuning into the show every morning to connect with our craziness is how you do it. We'd love to hear from you. So stay connected. We're going to be hopefully cracking that code this morning. So if you are feeling a little down, needing a little extra motivation, I know it can be tough on a Tuesday after a rough Monday to feel motivated to embrace your day. Hopefully we will find that secret for you this morning. And of course, maybe if you've got the secret, you want to share it with us, let us know on all of our social media platforms. But we're going to squeeze in a lot in between. We've got a ton of cooking, and we're going to have a lot of fun this morning. Some brilliant live acts as well. But I lift my mood by connecting with the people I love the most in this world, my studio team. Good morning, gang. How you doing?
A very good morning to you too, Graham. What a beautiful Tuesday morning. What a beautiful day in the studio. Yes, and the best way to start any day is, of course, with a cup of coffee, but not just any coffee, but a coffee made by your sis Princess, 100% Arabica beans. Sissy, how are you doing?
Good, and you, Nana?
I'm very well, thank you. Ooh, I am
With
so
a heart.
excited. It even has a heart in it, you guys. This is the best way to start any morning. How's your Monday?
Oh, good.
Was it good?
Yes.
Are you looking forward to the show today?
Yes.
My Monday was amazing. I mean, every day spent on the show is absolutely incredible. But before we get into the order of the day, let's check in with our girl, Jamie Lee Domberg. How are you doing?
Hey mama, how you guys doing? It is a beautiful day, Tuesday morning. Of course, you guys are looking lovely. I don't know, there's an energy in the studio today. I don't know if I want to sing it, but we're going to sing it a bit later because Judith Sipuma is in the house. I think I'm having like a fangirl moment, but I just have to calm myself because, you know, you got to stay cool on the job. But today, of course, it's Casual Tuesdays in studio. The color of the day is pink. On Tuesdays, we do wear pink. So just to give you a bit of inspiration for your day today, I am wearing this washed out jeans, nice and tight for the hi mama. Okay, look at you.
Looking all sexy and so cool and casual.
Girl, when Judith Sipuma comes into the studio, you know you better slay. I was just telling everybody now what I'm wearing today. So very casual today, like this, you know, washed out denim jeans, plain white t-shirt, and then this crisp linen shirt. And of course, my favorite little pink heels to go with it, because I just wanted to be like, hi. But yeah, you look gorgeous.
Love the fluffiness. I absolutely love this dress. It's perfect, it's playful. The pattern and the color on it are very much complimentary of just my style, you know. Also how it just sits on my body. It's absolutely soft. I mean, it's Woolies edition. Obviously, they know exactly what to do and how to do it. So I'm feeling good, I'm feeling comfortable, and I just paired it up with, you know, a pop of color heels just to be like, hey, how you doing?
Also, do you know what? We kind of went viral yesterday. Like, we had like 1,000 views on the thing. So I feel like we need to sing to everyone. Here we go. Smile away, my heart, don't despair. The world is full of joy. You cry, you smile, and you dance. Oh, backup vocals, everybody.
If Judith Sipuma needs any backup vocalist, we are here. We are ready to surrender our jobs, okay?
No, we might
Should we keep our day job?
We'll keep our day job, so now everybody.
All right, so we are back in the kitchen. Nicole has got some sweet treats for us, and it is lactose-free. What are we making this morning?
Well, something that is usually very heavy in lactose is a creme brulee. So we have made our own version that our lactose-sensitive viewers can actually enjoy themselves. So it's super, super easy. I mean, look at the few ingredients you have. We have coffee beans, actually just for flavor, hazelnut, sugar, eggs, and milk. That's it. That's all it is. And then we're going to blowtorch the top later, isn't it?
She's already let me play with the blowtorch this morning. I really do appreciate
it's
it.
a lot of fun.
Absolutely love that. And the keyword there is clover. You SMS the word clover to 33728. We'll send you a link. You click on the link and the recipe is yours. Why don't you cook or bake along with us this morning? Have a little bit of fun. And of course, give us the all-important taste test. Let us know if our lactose-free creme brulee passes the taste test. It's going to be delicious. That's not all we're going to be doing in the kitchen today, so you want to stick around for that. But hopefully we can inspire you to feel a little bit better about your day today.
I'm definitely feeling better just singing because, you know, sometimes we all have those bad days, those low days where you're just feeling down and out. But I think one thing that I've learned from is just singing and being in the moment and being present. And of course, that's our Good Morning post this morning. So head on over to our social media page because we're saying, good morning, everybody. We've all had down days before. What are positive things you do to lift your mood? What are some of those things for you?
I mean, of course, listening to music is my go-to. That's where I find my sanity, but also just binge watching on my favorite series. I think it gets my mind off of things, but a healthier way that I cope with, you know, a bad mood or I'm not feeling too well, I'm not looking forward to the day. It's just by, you know, simply meditating. And I know it's going to sound cheesy, but I pray.
Girl, hallelujah, I understand you. You are within. Last night, actually, I did a talk at my old high school. So I feel like when you inspire other people, you get inspired. So that also is the reason for my mood today. So shout out to Steve McHigh for having me for their awards last night. But now, of course, let's get back into the official business of the morning. Here's Graham with your news headlines.
Thank you so much, ladies. Let's start with our national news. Eskom says it is not planning to implement power cuts today after a day free of load shedding yesterday. This comes after the power utility halted stage 2 load shedding ahead of schedule at 9 o'clock on Sunday night. However, it reminded customers that the system remains vulnerable and load shedding could be implemented at short notice if there were any changes in system performance. It also urged consumers to use electricity sparingly. Then traders and auctioneers may sell livestock again after an outbreak of foot and mouth disease last year caused the halting of sales. Minister of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development Reform, Toko Didiza, yesterday told journalists her department is confident that the disease has been sufficiently managed to allow for trade to resume. An outbreak of foot and mouth disease was reported in Limpopo in November last year. Then further afield on the international front, at least 20 people, many of them women and children, have been killed in a stampede in southeastern Niger. Refugees from neighboring Nigeria were queuing for food and money in the town of Difa when they surged forward to collect this supplies as the gates of the facility were opened early yesterday. 10 other people were injured in the process. The region is home to some 120,000 people displaced by years of violence caused by Boko Haram militants in northeastern Nigeria. And 25% of kids who receive antibiotics in U.S. children's hospitals are given the drugs inappropriately. This increases the risk of antibiotic resistance, researchers do say. Now, Dr. Jason Newland, a professor of pediatrics at Washington State University and co-author of the study, says the most common cases of inappropriate antibiotic use were administering the wrong antibiotic for a particular infection, prolonged antibiotic use after surgery to prevent surgical site infections, and the use of broad-spectrum antibiotics when a specific type could have been used. And then the Boks have done it again, and another feather in Brian Abana's cap. South Africa's flag flew very high at last night's 2020 Laureus Sports Awards in Berlin. The Springboks won the prestigious World Team of the Year award, the Academy stating that their incredible Rugby World Cup triumph showed the unique power of sport to unite. Another South African up for an award, former Paralympian swimmer Natalie du Toit, was nominated in the Laureus Sporting Moment from 2000 to 2020, but this was won by Sachin Tendulkar and the 2011 Indian Cricket World Cup winning team. There was also a majorly proud moment for South Africa when Springbok rugby legend Brian Abana was inducted into the Laureus World Sports Academy. He now joins the 68 current members of the Laureus World Sports Academy. We certainly congratulate him. Now, an item from the world of entertainment. 19-year-old singer Yanga Sobetwa is counting her blessings, and she has taken to Instagram to share the joyous news that she has purchased a new home for her family. She is grateful to God for all the opportunities she's been afforded thus far in her young career. More on this later in our full entertainment report. Now, though, let's turn to our sport. So continuing with our Laureus Sporting Awards news, of course, the Rugby World Cup winning Springboks scooped the prestigious Laureus Team of the Year award in Berlin last night. The Boks were nominated alongside Liverpool, Formula One's Team Mercedes, the US women's football team, the Toronto Raptors, and Spain's national basketball team. And this is now the second time the Boks have won the award. The first time they walked away with the award was in the early 2008 after South Africa won the 2007 Rugby World Cup. And staying with rugby news, but keeping it local, Varsity Cup action returned with a thrilling Cape derby. That saw the University of Cape Town edge out the University of the Western Cape 31-28 at the UWC Stadium. The home side started off strong with a try by Gilroy Ferranda as early as the second minute of the match. UWC went on to score 3 tries but couldn't hold off UCT's Ikes, who went over the try line 5 times on the night. In other Varsity Cup results, tabletoppers Marties, they thrashed CUT 67-24. NWU Pucker beat Shimlas 27-19, and Tuks narrowly beat out UJ 26-24. Then onto cricket. Faf du Plessis has stepped down as the Proteas Test and T20 captain with immediate effect. The 35-year-old batsman said this was one of the toughest decisions to make, but added he'll remain committed to playing in all 3 formats of the game. Du Plessis was yesterday also named in South Africa's squad for the 3-match T20 International Series against Australia, and that kicks off this coming Friday. In our Monday night football action saw Manchester United claim a 2-0 win over Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in the English Premier League. United forward Anthony Martial opening the scoring in the 45th minute with a header from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner. Harry Maguire then added the second goal in the second half to secure the win for the visitors. So the result sees Red Devils move up to 7th on the log, while the Blues remain in 4th. That's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get a scope on the weather.
Thank you so much, G. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning here in Cape Town. Now, we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you so much to Louise Sherry, who sent us this amazing skyline from Blue Hills in Midrand, where partly sunny conditions are expected with pleasantly warm temperatures reaching a maximum of 27 degrees. Beautiful day out today. Now, Lariko Fasahi also sent us the sunrise picture from Paarl in the Western Cape, where plenty of sunshine is expected as well, with little to no wind and very warm temperatures reaching a maximum of, wait for it, 36 degrees. So make sure to stay hydrated and wear that sunblock. But let's take a look at the rest of the country, starting off in Polokwane with a low of 17, peaking at 28 degrees. Now, a couple of showers can be expected for you in Mbombela with a low of 19 and a maximum of 29. Pretoria, 18-29. Now, occasional rain can be seen for Johannesburg, ranging from 17 to 27 degrees. Mahikeng, 19-30. Now, thunderstorms are also expected today for Klerksdorp with a low of 19 and a maximum of 29. Kimberley, 19-23. Now, heavy rainfall expected today for Bloemfontein, ranging from 17 and peaking at 24 degrees. If you're out in Richards Bay, your low is 22 and your high is 26. A couple of showers also expected for Pietermaritzburg today, ranging from 18 to 25 degrees. Durban, 22-27, and then heavy rainfall expected for Mthatha with a low of 16 and a maximum of 18. East London, 19-22. Now, the lowest temperature in the country today can be found in Craddock with an all low of 13 and a high of 26. A easterly wind of 32 kilometers per hour can be expected for PE Port Elizabeth with a low of 19 and a high of 24. A southeasterly wind of 26 kilometers per hour for George with a low of 17 and a high of 23 as well. Sutherland, 16-27. If you find yourself in the mother city Cape Town today, it is 18-28. The highest temperature in the country, surprisingly today, can be found in Worcester with a low of 18 and a high of 33. So again, stay hydrated all day long. Springbok, 20-32, and then lastly, Uppington, 22-30. But of course, whatever the weather, wherever you find yourself, make sure it is a feel-good kind of day.
It's feeling like a feel-good kind of day.
Absolutely. Tuesday it is.
Yeah, Tuesday it is, and it's a choosing Tuesday. Of course, we're going to be delving into mood upliftment throughout the show today as part of our medical discussion.
Yeah.
Good way to get the mood off to a right start is picking something that makes you feel cool, makes you feel powerful, makes you feel breezy. What are
when
your
you look good, you
choices?
feel good, and you do good.
Man.
So these are the 2 choices that have been put before me this morning. This cactus print, 100% cotton T-shirt from Ree, nice and comfortable, easy to wear with shorts or with a nice pair of jeans over here, or this washed denim shirt that will go quite nicely with a denim to denim look that I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, I'm all about that denim and white sneakers, bro.
Yeah,
I have to say,
quite
but
trendy, quite relaxed, quite casual, quite slick.
there's nothing quite like the cotton feel as well. So
Absolutely.
make you feel good for the rest of the day, which is cool.
So listen up, head on over to our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page and help me choose on this Tuesday. What shall I wear today? Remember that warm-up, that vocal warm-up.
Yeah, in all of my singing over my years.
But of course, remember that you can shop for any of these t-shirts and shirts at any Woolworths and also online and on the app as well. But in the meantime, please do help me choose. I need to get dressed. This isn't cutting it. One of these has to be.
I know which one I
must
will
have
go.
Yeah? Yeah. I think I saw what you did there.
I see trees of green, red roses too.
I feel like it's a musical show today. I don't know. I feel.
For me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. We are feeling inspired. We are feeling extremely excited this morning because we are joined by a world-renowned jazz artist in the studio ahead of the International Jazz Festival happening in Cape Town soon. Now, we decided to draw some inspiration from someone who doesn't need much introduction, you know what I mean? It's a jazz artist who's left his mark in the music industry. I mean, with such hits such as What a Wonderful World.
Absolutely.
So this is what he had to say.
Louis Armstrong says, it seems to me it ain't the world that's so bad, but what we're doing to it. And all I'm saying is, see what a wonderful world it would be if only we'd give it a chance. Love, that's the secret. I love that.
I absolutely love it. It's almost like he's saying we have a choice. You know, we can choose love regardless of what we are going through, or choose happiness regardless of what we are feeling in that moment. Because at the end of the day, it's not just us in this world. We live with other people. And for it to be a better place, you start with loving yourself in order for you to love what's out there. Do you know what I mean?
Deep, deep Tuesdays, thoughtful Tuesdays indeed. We love getting inspiration from Louis Armstrong this morning, but I see you've already filled up on your coffee
have.
cup. Okay, so
It was the first thing I did, girl.
Okay, so maybe I should fill up my coffee cup. Maybe you at home should fill up on your coffee cup, and coffee cup, and we'll see you in a moment.
Only you can make my day.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing to tune in on this Tuesday morning, and you're about to get your just rewards. South African triathlon star Matt Troutman was knocked off his bike unbelievably while training in 2017 and suffered a spine injury that nearly ended his career. Just a year later, he stood on top of the step of the Ironman 70.3 South Africa, and in 2020 has added yet another title to his name. The pro triathlete was greeted by a 1.9-kilometer ocean swim, 90.1 kilometer bike race and a 21.2 kilometer run on his way to his fourth victory at the event in East London last month. And Matt joins us in studio this morning to share his inspiring story and an inspiring approach, because I think you are inspiring a lot of triathletes out there, but also a lot of coaches in the way that you train and the way that you train coaches. Matt, congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, thanks so much.
I marvel at athletes that are able to compete on this level. It's one thing, I think most people, to complete an Ironman is enough of an achievement, but to actually race it and be competitive is on a different level entirely. But let's go back a few steps. You started in the triathlon circuit quite late. Were you always an endurance athlete? Were you always pushing yourself in that space, or how did you find your way to triathlons?
Yeah, it definitely took a bit of a different route to becoming a pro triathlete compared to the norm. I was actually a sailor before I...
Really?
Yeah.
And you fell off the boat and then had to swim back to shore, and then you were there?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. But now at a school level, I was running and paddling. I grew up in Pietermaritzburg, so big endurance community there with comrades and everything. So I think it's sort of in your blood if you grow up there. But then, yeah, I went into sailing, and eventually, I thought, let's give triathlon a go. It was more of just a spur of the moment type of, a bit bored with sailing, let's try something else. And it took off from there.
At what point do you cross that threshold of wanting to do something, being relatively good at it, and then competing for titles and holding South African records in the process?
Yeah, it was quite a quick process, actually. So I did my first triathlon in 2012, and then in 2013, I raced as an age grouper. So, in triathlon, especially the longer Ironman events, you can race as an age grouper or a professional. So I did 1 year as an age grouper, and, I got some good results, and it was sort of like a crossroads of my life there. Do I give this a full go, or head back to sailing, or try and find a desk job, which probably wasn't going to happen.
It was never going to happen, no.
And so I gave it a go as a pro, and luckily it went well, and made a go of it.
Then you feel like you're peaking, you get knocked off your bike and just about break your back. Well, take us through what happened, first of all, in that accident, and how tough it was finding your way back so quickly.
Yeah, it was still early in my career. It was early 2017, so it was 3 years ago now. I was out for a training ride. It was actually just before that 70.3 South Africa race, the weekend before, just doing my last long ride, and a car drove into me from behind at high speed, and I sort of hit the windshield and did a couple of backflips over the car, and ended up with 2 burst fractures in my lumbar spine, and I got close to the spinal cord, so I was quite lucky not to have any serious long-term damage, but they had to do a spinal fusion between 3 vertebrae, so it took a while to get over that for sure.
Is it more mental than physical, and how much, being the kind of athlete working in a space where you constantly are pushing yourself mentally, how much did that help?
Yeah, it's, definitely both, the mental and physical. That recovery process. I had to let the body adjust to the new situation, and there's a lot more load placed on the spine above and below that fusion because you don't have the discs doing their job there anymore. So, it was just being patient, and I think mentally maybe from the sailing, sailing's definitely a patience game a lot of the time, so that might have helped.
Loads of frustration,
Yeah, but it took a while, and honestly, I feel like I'm only now, 3 years later, sort of getting back to a level that I'm happy with, and that, that I can train consistently. It's been just a process of learning what load the body can now handle and how to adjust the training. And
well, you're winning, dude. You're winning. So I think you're back. I think you're back there. Just lastly, what did you make of the event? How tough were the conditions in East London?
Yeah, it was actually quite a tough day this year. It was quite windy, and there was some good competition. Henry Skuman, the Olympic bronze medalist, came round, and last year's winner and ex-terra world champ Brad Weiss was there. So yeah, some good competition and tough conditions, and yeah, it was close racing, and I was very happy to come away with the win this year.
Well, we're glad to see you here, safe and dominating once again. But well done on your comeback, and congratulations.
Thanks so much.
On another fantastic win. And maybe you're an athlete we're wanting to inspire this morning, lift our mood, and maybe that's the course that you go. Maybe you can inspire us with some of your photos and videos up from Ironman. If you were just a weekend warrior who were able to complete it, or maybe you were out there knocking it about with the big guns, but you can let us know how you get yourself in shape and how you inspire yourself through physical inspiration. Hit us up on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page.
And we're back in the beauty room. I mean, earlier on, we put out a poll on our social media platforms asking which shirt should Kat go for this morning. Was it between this one and the denim shirt, right?
It was indeed. And it's Tuesday, and the people have chosen. Yes, the cactus is victorious.
We've received quite a number of comments on social media. It's a series of comments saying cactus print would do you good, Kat, with the red heart next to it. And this one comes from Angel Khan. She says, morning everyone, please wear the t-shirt. Usandile Julia says, cactus print. Yes.
Wait, did they say...
No, they didn't say, but they made the hand. They made the hand gesture.
How would you write that?
NX.
NX?
Yeah.
But where does the N come in? You didn't say... Yeah, but you go...
But it's not... Do you know what I mean? We'll get into that a little later on. Toby says cactus print, printed cactus t-shirt, cactus print gets my vote, cactus print for sure, cactus print, cactus...
It sounds like people have a connection to the cactus.
They really do. So you know what? We decided to look up what the meaning of, the cactus plant is.
The symbolism behind it.
Yes, the symbolism behind it. And it says that it symbolizes endurance, as it is a plant that can stand up to the test of time and the elements. The cactus flower is a symbol of maternal love because it can thrive in harsh conditions and therefore symbolic of a mother's unconditional love.
Oh, I feel so embraced.
A whole new meaning
to
a t-shirt.
Oh, it feels different now. It slaps differently. Do you know what I mean?
Do you feel more closer, more drawn to it now?
Wow, the cotton feels so much softer now.
I want to feel it.
Cactus.
Wow.
Eternal, endurance, mother's love. Thank you for choosing it for me, South Africa. Wow.
Clearly on Tuesdays we're wearing pink, like we
it's a
switch the
vibe.
days around. Yeah, I like it.
Nice and light,
cool.
nice and cottony, nice and comfortable. I've got to say, the 100% cotton feel is magic, absolutely magic, just like my coffee. Thank you, my dear.
Yeah.
Can I have a muffin this morning? Is it too early for a muffin? I don't think so. You could surprise me. I don't mind. That'd be lovely.
Oh,
champion. Thank you. Nice,
blueberry
sweet,
muffin.
yeah. Love your work. And a coffee for my friend. It's on me. It's on me, please.
Thanks, though, because everyone got a cup of coffee this morning, but I think maybe it's because Don Vino's in studio, Joseph Puma's in studio, so everybody's getting coffee before me.
I hide a coffee for you.
Oh, no, you are the best.
Have you seen Judith this morning? I walked through the green room and I kind of walked straight past her, and then I had to oh my word.
Oh my word.
She is so lovely. She's so cool. Don Vino's here as well. We're going to be talking all about the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. It's a massive. If you're a jazz aficionado or not, it's an opportunity to see some of the best jazz musicians in the country, globally, in fact, performing. And they're going to be here today. You're excited. You love Judith.
Yeah, I know. Going to have a mini heart attack, but, nothing new.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McCafe. Great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. It's a Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Now, top local and international jazz artists are set to lead the 21st celebration of the Cape Town International Jazz Festival on the 27th and 28th of March. And making up the stellar lineup this year, we have the likes of PJ Morton, Earl Sweatshirt, Something Soweto, among many more. And we're joined this morning by probably the sexiest player out there in town. Don Vino's in the studio to give us a sneak peek of what we can expect.
Sexiest player.
That needs to be part of your bio, you know what I mean? Yeah, can we roll with that?
Man, we can go, no problem with
Great
that.
to have you back, man.
It's good
It
to be here,
sounds
man.
like an exciting lineup, to be very, very honest with you. And I believe that for the past 2 decades, I mean, the International Jazz Festival has brought some of the greatest artists from all over the world. You know, with 2,649 musicians taking over the stage. I think that's absolutely big in one weekend.
Variety.
Beautiful chaos.
Yes.
It's something else. And I mean, this year, I'm so glad that I'm back. I was last year was the 20th celebration.
Yes.
And I'm so glad they asked me to come back, man. And this year we're doing something really special, man.
Yeah, you were saying something different.
Some of the amazing guys together, some icons, some young talent together on one stage. It's going to be fantastic.
Wow, man. So tell me, what is different about the show that you're going to be putting on? You said you've been taking a couple of months to put the show together, arranging, scoring for all the parts and all the instruments that are going to be playing there. What's going to be different about it?
Yeah, so Billy Domingo came to me, the festival director. He said, man, I've got this idea. We were playing golf together, me and Billy. And
oh, okay. That's how you know you're rolling in the
playing
good
golf
circle.
together. And the Billy was on the par 5, and he was like, bah, and he was hitting a shot, and he said, hey, man, I've got this idea. Why don't we start something special? We get some of the young guys together, get some iconic players together, and we form the Sounds of Brass. So that's the project Sounds of Brass. It's myself, Marcus Wyatt. You have to know Marcus Wyatt. Marcus Wyatt, Sesonke, he's the young Standard Bank's Artist of the Year this year, and he's just amazing. And we've got Georgie, nice saxophone player. And so we're five guys together with an amazing band, and we're playing some South African stuff.
Wow,
we're playing some original stuff, you know, keeping it local, man.
Oh, Sounds of Brass. Sounds amazing.
Yes. I mean, talking about keeping it local, you're a local artist. I mean, on the stage, on the weekend, you meet international artists as well, you know? But why do you think it's so important to bring in that balance to the mother city, to the Jazz Festival?
Yeah, and, you know, when we were growing up, you know, we were always seeing these guys on television, you know, guys like PJ Morton and these amazing artists. And for us to be in the same room as these guys, just in the same room, is just an honor for us, you know. And to be on the same stage as them is the most amazing experience ever, you know. So it's great that that the Jazz Festival is bringing back, you know, bring together all these amazing people, and for us to actually learn from them and they learn from us. So it's fantastic, man. I just love it. Every year they up their game, you know, so this is going to be even better.
Yeah, town literally stands still for like 2 days. Nothing else happens but the Jazz Fest. Who are you looking forward to seeing?
PJ Morton.
Yeah?
Of course.
I just wanted to give you that moment to fanboy.
And Jacob Collier as well.
Yeah. Wow. Well, it's going to be a fantastic 21st celebration of the Cape Town International Jazz Fest, 27th and 28th of March. Book your tickets now. The Sounds of Brass show itself. When
we're on the Menenberg stage. We're on the Saturday. I don't know the time yet, but on the Saturday, Menenberg stage. The best stage ever, man. It's outside, and it goes like this, man. It just goes like this. Man. So it's the best stage.
Believe it, Don Vino said it.
Love Don Vino. I actually performed with him a couple of years ago at the Artscape alongside. So I danced and he played. I should actually show him the video. Don't think you remember. I was much shorter.
No, she was dancing, man.
I was dancing. Cat, get the memo.
She was dancing. Well, we'll see Don Vino play the sexy sax a little bit later this morning. We love it when they come around. Burgers, the studio has a vibe. But right now, of course, we're going to turn to a vitally important conversation. Solo is standing by. We are talking about suicide prevention.
A very good morning to you, Expresso family. We are coming to you live from Johannesburg this morning and tackling a very sensitive but a topic that needs to be discussed, which is teen suicide. I'm joined by SADC board member Dr. Cindy van Zyl, who is going to be leading the conversation and just sort of discussing with us just how prevalent this problem is. A very warm Expresso welcome to you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming through. Let's just talk about the stats in South Africa. Just how prevalent is teen suicide?
Okay, so suicide in South Africa, we have about 27 completed suicides per day. And we know that, a kid as young as 7 has committed suicide. And this is why we're having this discussion, because, teens are prone to suicide. They're going through a lot in their lives and they have a lot of stresses. And as adults, it's easy to think that, oh no, that's nothing to worry about. Say you've been dumped by a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or something goes wrong with your matric results. We're older and we have the benefit of experience to know that those things are things you can get over. But for a teen, there's so much happening in their lives, they don't always know how to handle such stresses. And this is why we're having this conversation.
And building on that, Doctor, what are the tell signs that someone is more likely to commit suicide? Or what are some of the warning signs that parents can look out?
Well, a lot of it starts off with depression. So if you have a teen who's now withdrawn and they're not doing the things that they used to enjoy before, you must know that there's something wrong. And the important thing is to ask, right? So there's a mnemonic act. You need to ask directly, are you okay? Is there something wrong? Is there any way that we can help you? And the second thing is to care. So you have to listen without judgment. And I think that's difficult for most parents because we're busy with our own lives. I'm a parent myself. And if your child comes with something that you deem as a petty issue, you're not likely to take as much interest as you can. So this is an appeal to friends and to secondary caregivers, that if you notice that there's something wrong, just show that you care, listen without judgment. And the last letter is T, find treatments, because I don't expect a parent or a friend to know what to do. They're qualified people who know what to do under such circumstances. And take that friend to a doctor or take the teen to a community center or to a nurse, but they will know what to do. So the onus is not on you to make a difference, just get the person into help.
And where can people go if they are seeking help? For example, if I have a distressed teenager, what are some of the centers they can visit, or what information is out there for them to sort of go about getting help?
Well, SADC is on social media, so you just look them up on social media. You can also call, they have a toll-free number. I think it's 086 456 789. You can call that number as well. And also go to a GP. A general practitioner like myself is a good place to start because we know where to refer patients who might be feeling suicidal. But it's important not to ignore the signs. And I think when someone does speak about suicide, that's a red flag because most people do speak about it before they die by suicide. So if someone mentions it or they mention thoughts of dying or they're obsessed with the idea of dying, that's a red flag and you need to act on it.
And what are some of the causes, Doctor, of suicide and for people or other teenagers wanting to take their lives? I mean, we live in such a crazy, chaotic world. Like you mentioned earlier on, I mean, there's so much pressure on teens. What can parents do to alleviate some of that pressure or to help their teens?
Well, I think the stresses of life in general, for some kids can handle the stresses. It could be bullying, it could be a broken relationship or a relationship that hasn't worked out. It could be school marks as well. So parents need to look at their kids' lives and just, if you're putting your child under a lot of pressure, academic stress, or you want your child to be some sports person and they don't want to do that, just take a step back and ask yourself, if I was in my child's shoes, what would I want? And it's not always that our kids choose things that we want, right? Life is not like that. So, so be open-minded about your child's choices in life. It might not, if your child gets a tattoo and you're angry about it, is that the worst thing that your child could ever do? No, it isn't. So you can work through that. So we need to look at our lives and just and put less stress on our kids, because our kids are living in a very, very high-stressed environment.
It is such an important conversation to have. We're not done here with Dr. Cindy. She is going to be back later on talking to us a little bit more about just how prevalent teen suicide is amongst our teenagers. But for now, it's back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you so much, Tola. We'll keep connecting with our Johannesburg team throughout the morning. Judging by the exercise get-up, I'm assuming he's going to be getting into a little bit of CrossFit or something later this morning. So he wasn't wearing that just for fun, but a vitally important conversation, and hopefully a light bulb moment has gone off in your head where you are going to talk to someone if you need to speak to someone. That's the most important take-home from that conversation. We're going to be delving into our birthdays in just a moment after the break, so stick around. Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you. You've got to do the birthday shimmy. Shimmy. It is your birthday. Hopefully we've got a beautiful message for you this morning. But this should make you feel happy. If nothing else does, you share your birthday with someone really special and someone really connected to the show now, because we got the opportunity to host this baking legend a couple of weeks ago. We are talking about Prue Leith. Can you believe she is turning 80?
I can't.
She was so bubbly and energetic and awesome. She is at the top of her game. I mean, she's got a glasses empire. She's released about 20 novels. Absolutely awesome person as well. 80 years old today.
Wow.
And she's got an awesome new book out. There you can see it front and center. It's called The Vegetarian Kitchen. She's not actually a vegetarian, but she's been inspired by plant-based diets, and that she did with her, I think, her niece. Awesome book. So happy birthday, Prue. If you're watching online, wherever you are in the world, we love you. Thank you.
Come back and say hello.
Of course you're going to say come back, because you absolutely adore
Yeah,
her.
you're a bit of a groupie, yeah.
But to more celebrities, and those celebrities are you guys, as Graham would say. This one goes to Musisiwe. Happy 79th birthday to our mommy, grandmother, and great-grandmother Musisiwe. We thank God for keeping you with us and thanking you for all your blessings and teachings. Enjoy your special day, mommy, Gogo, and Coco Way too. Happy birthday to you, Musisiwe. And this one goes to Nidan. We wish our baby boy a very happy 4th birthday. You are our reason to live. Your smile brings so much joy to everyone around you. May you be blessed with many more years to come, as well as health, wealth, and happiness. Love from your dad, Nishal, mom, Lenusha, brother, Siobhan, and your grandparents.
How cute!
So adorable.
Oh my word. Okay, the next one goes to Lee Jade Sass. Happy birthday 8 years ago. God blessed us with this phenomenal bundle of joy. May God bless you in abundance, my boy, from your mom, Maxine, and your dad, Shannon Sass. Ooh, love that sass. And then I wish our son, Noah Braff, a blessed 10th birthday. Thank you for being our sweet, understanding boy and a caring big brother. We love you lots from your mommy, daddy, and Daniel. Such a cutie pie.
Happy birthday, Noah. Then I would like to wish my niece, Tanishka Pillay, a happy 9th birthday. May God shower you with his richest blessings. Lots of hugs and kisses. That's coming to you from Mark, Keith, Kim, and Aunt Pris. And then a happy birthday to Fred. May you have a fabulous day, Fred. From all your sisters and the Farrow and McLachlan clans. McLachlan. I don't know how you spell McLachlan, people. But the clans are all sending their love to you. Don't laugh.
Love it. And this one goes to Kaylin. Happy 4th birthday to our little unicorn, Kaylin Opperman. May the Lord continue to bless and guide you. You are our precious princess and have been our greatest blessing thus far. We love you very much and can't wait to spoil you later. Love, mommy and daddy. I'm pretty sure also Kaylin can't wait to be spoiled later. And lastly, definitely not least, it goes to Keenan. Happy 28th birthday to our son. May every dream and wish you have come true, but also lead to an amazing future. We love you lots, son, from your mom, dad, and your sister, Kim.
Happy birthday, Keenan. There with a gorgeous little bubba. Thank you so much for taking so much time and putting the effort in to write some beautiful messages. We really appreciate that. And hopefully those of you celebrating your birthdays appreciate it as well. You can do the same. Send a message, birthdays@cordova.tv is the email address, or WhatsApp us an awesome video of you singing, dancing. You can even sing to yourself.
We love
That's all good. We don't mind. 071 640 6551 is the WhatsApp line to use. And from all of us, from our little family to you, happy birthday.
Alrighty, now just because you're lactose intolerant doesn't mean that you can't enjoy classically creamy dishes like this no-lac lactose-free coffee creme brulee that we're about to make. And here to help us make it is, of course, the amazing Grace Stevens. How are you, Gracie? How are you?
So nice to be here.
Great to have you.
I am so fine.
Look, SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We'll send you the list of ingredients as well as the link to the recipe, and you can make it at home. Maybe you can rustle up the ingredients pretty quickly and get to making it with us. If you SMS'd earlier on, you might have them prepared already. This is very fancy, Grace.
This is fancy, but as you'll see, it is very straightforward.
Okay.
And anyone can make it, and this is great to make ahead of time. And then you look like a superstar in the kitchen.
Good stuff. Where do we start?
Should we get started?
Yes, please.
So I've heated up some of my no-lac milk here. And I don't want it to boil. I just wanted to heat it up.
Okay.
And then I just want to spice things up today. So I've got some coffee beans that are going to go in there.
All right.
And of course, coffee and hazelnut.
Go very well together.
Very, very well.
Yes.
And that's going to go in there. And you just let it just sit there for about 2 or 3 minutes, just so that that coffee, that flavour can go through.
If you wanted a bit more of an intense coffee flavour, this is just my mind exploring, would you put ground beans in there and then strain it thereafter?
You could, or you can just put a double espresso in there. Just straightforward. Yeah.
Well, for now, we'll go with the beans. Okay. Then we've got 5 egg yolks.
Yeah, you have to use the egg yolks. We're making a very nice, rich custard here and some caster sugar.
Yes.
And then you need to whip this up until it's nice and pale. So that's great there.
Good, good, good.
Now, I don't want to make scrambled eggs, so I do want to add this milk very, very slowly.
Shall I help you with the whisking part of it?
Yes, you can whisk.
You need to keep it moving while you're adding, right? Okay.
So I'm using a sieve just so to make sure that all these coffee beans don't get in there. So a little bit goes in there just to temper it a little bit.
Yes. The fancy terminology, tempering.
Tempering, yeah.
Who was the first person to figure out that this is how you actually do it, and how many accidental scrambled eggs were made before that?
I don't know. I don't think anyone wants to admit to that.
All right, so the custard is forming. You can see it. Oh,
and this is the hardest part to it.
Yes.
So you can imagine what a domestic goddess or god you're going to be if you make this beautiful
creme brulee, yes.
Creme brulee.
And of course, the secret ingredient that we're using right now, I'll hand this back over to you, is Clover No Lac, which is lactose-free, medium-fat milk, and it's high in nutrients, and it's easy to digest, and is sweeter in taste than regular milk, but without any added sugar. And there is an added dose of calcium and vitamin D, which are nutrients known to be lacking in the diet of those who are lactose intolerant. So you don't need to worry about that. So you've put that on a bain-marie.
I have. So there's some boiling water in here, and I've put a bowl that's big enough so that it suspends it, because it shouldn't actually touch that water.
Oh.
And I'm just going to thicken my custard slowly like this. So you should be able to just put a spoon in there, and it should just be able to cover the back of the spoon. Nice, thick custard.
And that thickening, does it happen because, I guess, the water or liquid element of the milk evaporates slowly, as you can see it on top?
So what you're doing is you're cooking your eggs, and they are going to thicken everything in there.
Oh, okay, that's how it happens.
And you need to watch this. You can't just walk away and come back later. This is something that you have to wait.
Okay.
Okay, and then once that's nice and thick, so we're going to pretend that's nice and thick.
So wait, what kind of consistency are you?
So you want it so that so when you put a spoon in it, you want it thicker, so that when you take your finger and you run it along the spoon, it needs to make a nice mark there.
Definite line.
It doesn't kind of run back into each other like it does with this.
Okay. All right.
You need it nice and thick. So now I'm making a little bain-marie. So I'm going to put my little ramekins in there, and then carefully fill
each one of them.
Each one of them. They're not going to rise, so you can put it right up to the top. Doesn't this look delicious already? Can you smell the coffee, Kat?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, this. This is the way to do it.
And wait, so coffee is a way that you flavored this particular creme brulee.
Yes.
I love saying creme brulee. What other flavors could you?
I think it's really endless. I think anything that goes with the custard would just be so. I think coffee's something that I put hazelnut in here, so that's also really, really nice. But any sort of flavour that goes really, really nicely with custard makes it really, really nice.
Good. So once you've done this, are you adding any water in here?
So I am, but here's the trick. You put a little bit of water in. You're going to take it to your oven. Your oven should be set at about 140 degrees, because we do this low and slow. And then I open up my oven and I put it on the rack, and then I do the last bit of the water. Otherwise, when you're carrying it to your oven, you're doing that balancing it.
Okay. Good.
As long as 2/3 of your ramekin has water up the sides, then you're good.
Then it comes out looking like that, right?
And then you bake it for about 30 minutes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, let's show everyone how we did that, right? Very quickly. We're going to get back to my favorite part of what every chef loves doing with the blowtorch.
Clover No Lac, lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Made with love by Clover. If you're lactose intolerant, chances are that you've never dared to try to eat a decadent and creamy coffee creme brulee. Thanks to Clover No-Lac lactose-free milk, you now have the freedom to enjoy an array of creamy lactose-free dishes. Add 300 ml of No-Lac lactose-free medium-fat milk to a saucepan. Add 35 grams of coffee beans, 1 teaspoon of hazelnut essence, and bring to a slow simmer. Strain the No-Lac and set aside. In a mixing bowl, add 40 grams of caster sugar to 5 egg yolks. Whisk until light and fluffy. Gradually mix in the warm No-Lac and place the mixture over a double boiler, stirring continuously until warmed through. Fill ramekins halfway and place them in a bain-marie. Then bake at 140 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. Sprinkle sugar over the top of the creme brulees and caramelize the sugar using a blowtorch. Just as creamy as the real McCoy without any of the dairy, this lactose-free Clover coffee creme brulee will be a treat for the whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
And there we go, into the oven it goes. 40 minutes and it'll do its thing. And now for the pièce de résistance of the crème brûlée, what every chef loves doing. You sprinkle some sugar on top.
So we're going to sprinkle some caster sugar. Don't get it around the sides. You just want to get it on top of the custard.
I've been waiting for this part.
Even it out.
Okay. And then,
Okay, let's put the blowtorch on.
like a mad scientist. Oh. Is it alive?
It is coming alive. Come on, dude.
Yes,
there we go.
there we go.
All right, let's do it.
Blowtorch it. Then you just wait for it to melt. Can you guys see this? Tell me you can do
It's caramelizing.
It's caramelizing.
So you are like a pro, Kat. Look at that.
Spread the heat evenly. Look at that. You don't want to overdo it as well because it could then just be burnt sugar at the end and that's not cool. Look at that. Allow it to do its...
Stunning.
Oh, hello. That is amazing. SMS Clover to 3378. My work here is done. Crème brûlée, c'est superbe. High five.
Clover No-Lac, lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. This Tuesday morning has a lot of excitement.
Yes.
Ah, man, in the words of a famous artist who gave us the lyrics, Zabu boom zam zan zam boom bay, zube zube zumbe. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. Oh my God, you guys, you know my song?
I especially love that part. Zabu do bezu be. Listen, how excited are you for this year's Jazz Fest?
Too much. Let me tell you, it's been beautiful. I think I'm going to spend the whole year in Cape Town.
How about it?
Beautiful hair. Beautiful, yeah.
We can make arrangements. We know people in this town.
Yes, but I know people too. Like you.
You're just
Okay.
when you're trying to shoot your shot.
Listen, we are very, very excited to have Sis Judith Puma here with us, and of course, performing for us a little bit later on. Make sure that you do not miss out on a second of that on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Right now, it's time for the morning headlines.
Thanks so much, Kat. We start here in South Africa. Ratings agency Moody's has cut its 2020 growth forecast for South Africa to 0.7% from a September forecast of 1.5%. Moody's says the economy remains stuck in low gear due to lackluster domestic private sector demand. In a research report, Moody's also attributed the scaled-down forecast to the detrimental impact of the continued load shedding on the country's manufacturing and mining activity. In November last year, Moody's changed its outlook on South Africa's credit ratings from stable to negative. And speaking of which, Eskom says it's not planning to implement power cuts today after a day free of load shedding yesterday. This comes after the power utility halted stage 2 load shedding ahead of schedule at 9 o'clock in the evening on Sunday night. However, it reminded customers that the system remains vulnerable and load shedding could be implemented at short notice if there are any changes in system performance. It also urged consumers to use electricity sparingly. Then on the international front, Jeff Bezos said yesterday he's giving $10 billion, the equivalent of some 150 billion rand, to fight climate change. The Amazon CEO and richest man in the world announced in a post on Instagram that he is to start the Bezos Earth Fund. He said he expected to start giving out grants this summer. He said the Earth can still be saved, but it's going to take collective action from big companies, small companies, nations, states, global organizations, and individuals. Bezos's pledge accounts for some 7.7% of his entire wealth. Then at least 20 people, many of them women and children, have been killed in a stampede in southeastern Niger. Refugees from neighboring Nigeria were queuing for food and money in the town of Difa when they surged forward to collect aid supplies as the gates of the facility were opened early yesterday. 10 other people were injured in the process. The region is home to some 120,000 people displaced by years of violence caused by Boko Haram militants in northeastern Nigeria. And now, let's hold thumbs for another Springbok team win. South Africa's Springbok Culinary Olympic team has set its sights on making South Africans proud and bringing home a gold medal at the 25th IKA Culinary Olympics in Stuttgart, Germany. Chef Nicholas van der Walt's individual entry has already won a bronze medal for his sugar work piece, King for a Day. The stunning piece featured South Africa's beautiful King Protea. And tonight, Team South Africa will compete in the Restaurant of Nations, a 3-course menu for 110 people. The Culinary Olympics attracts over 70 countries and 2,000 chefs competing in the oldest and biggest international culinary arts competition, first held in 1900 with 4 participating teams. What a legacy. Let's hold thumbs that they bag that gold. And now a quick glance at the world of entertainment. If you talk about something long enough, it just may become true. Well, fans of British singer Adele are rejoicing after she gave a rare performance at her best friend's wedding, after which she announced that we can expect the new material in September. The singer has been the talk of the town lately because of her transformative weight loss. More on that in our full entertainment report this morning. Right now, though, let's turn our attention back to the sport. Let's kick it off with rugby news. The Rugby World Cup winning Springboks scooped the prestigious Laureus Team of the Year award in Berlin last night. The Boks were nominated alongside Liverpool, Formula One's Team Mercedes, the US women's football team, the Toronto Raptors, and Spain's national basketball team. This is now the second time the Boks have won the award, the first time being when they walked away with the award in early 2008 after South Africa, of course, won the 2007 Rugby World Cup. And staying with rugby action, but bringing it back home, Varsity Cup action returns returned with a thrilling Cape derby last night. That saw the University of Cape Town edging out the University of the Western Cape 31-28 at the UWC Stadium. Home side started off strong with a try from Gilroy Fernando as early as the second minute. UWC went on to score 3 tries but couldn't hold off UCT's IQs, who went over the try line 5 times on the night. Other results from Varsity Cup action last night. Table toppers Marties, they thrashed CUT 67-24. NW Pucker beat Shimlas 27-19, and Tuks narrowly beat out old foes UJ 26-24. The news on the cricketing front: Faf du Plessis has stepped down as the Protea Test and T20 captain with immediate effect. The 35-year-old batsman said this was one of the toughest decisions to make, but added he will remain committed to playing in all 3 formats of the game. Du Plessis was yesterday also named in South Africa's squad for the 3-match T20 International Series against Australia. That, of course, kicking off on Friday. Then finally on to football. Our Monday night football saw Manchester United claiming a 2-0 win over Chelsea, who had 2 goals disallowed at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League last night. United forward Anthony Martial opening the scoring in the 45th minute with a header from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner. Then Harry Maguire added the second goal in the second half to secure the win for the visitors. So that result sees the Red Devils now move up to 7th on the log, while the Blues remain in 4th with Spurs chasing hard. And that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's take a look at the roads.
The time is now 3 minutes past 7. It's time to have the first look at what's happening on the roads this morning. Starting off in Westville, KwaZulu-Natal. There's congestion on the N3 eastbound after Ndaba-Mhlophe Road. The average traveling speed is 10 kilometers an hour with delays up to 20 minutes. And down to the Western Cape in Bellville on the N1 inbound, there has been an accident after Durban Road obstructing the right lane. Delays can be expected. Please keep a lookout for this. And lastly, Metrorail Northern Line, there is an extended travel time of 40 to 50 minutes impacting the Worcester train service. This is due to infrastructure problems and manual authorization between Fourflay and Romans River. Well, that's your 7 o'clock traffic roundup. Right now, it's time to have a look at the weather with Jamie.
Thank you so much, Kutle. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. We are crying, we are smiling, and we are dancing. But of course, we asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Chrissy Molefe sent us this beautiful skyline from Heidelberg, where partly sunny conditions are expected with a passing morning shower and heavier rainfall in the evening, reaching a maximum of 27 degrees. Now, a regular photographer as well, Gary Aukamp, sent us this beautiful grey skyline from East London, where periods of rain are expected with an easterly breeze and a couple of more showers later in the day, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Like I said, it's a beautiful day today, but let's take a look at the rest of the country. If you find yourself in Polokwane, you have a low of 17 and a high of 28. Now, a couple of showers can be expected today for Umbombela, ranging from 19 to 29 degrees. Pretoria, 18-29 as well. Now, occasional rain can be expected for you, Johannesburg, ranging from 17 to 27 degrees. Mahikeng, 19-30. Thunderstorms are also expected for Klerksdorp, ranging from 19 to 29 degrees. Kimberley, 19-23. Now, heavy rainfall can be expected for you, Bloemfontein, with a low of 17 and a maximum of 24. If you're out in Richards Bay today, your low is 22, reaching a maximum of 26. Now, a couple of showers can be expected for Pietermaritzburg, ranging from 18 to 25 degrees. Durban, 22-27. Now, then heavy rainfall can be expected for you in Tata, with a low of 16 and a high of 18. East London, 19-22, and the lowest temperature today can be found in Craddock, with a low of 13 and a high of 26. A easterly wind of 32 kilometers per hour for PE Port Elizabeth, ranging from 19 to 24, and a southeasterly wind of 26 kilometers per hour can be expected for you, George, ranging from 17 to 23 as well. Sutherland, 16-27, and of course, if you find yourself in the mother city, Cape Town, your range is 18 and 28. The highest temperature in the country can be found in Worcester today, with a low of 18 and a maximum of 33, so make sure to stay hydrated today. Springbok, 20-32, and then lastly Uppington, with a low of 22 and a high of 30. But of course, it's a beautiful day, a beautiful Tuesday. Make sure that you make it count.
Oh, you have no idea how beautiful it is, Jamie Lee Domberg. Listen, mark your calendars if you haven't done so already. For the 27th and the 28th of March, be in the mother city. I don't know, hitch a ride, hitch a flight, hitch something to get here, hike to get here for the 21st celebration of the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. And we're joined right now on the couch by Festival Director Billy Domingo and songstress extraordinaire par excellence out of this world, Judith Sipuma, here to tell us about the excitement about this year's festival. And it is every single, I feel like Cape Town's existence is almost hinged on the existence of this festival. If it doesn't happen, then Cape Town didn't happen over the year.
It's an experience.
Exactly, and you are responsible for that, sir.
I think my sanity is hinged on this.
but
21 years.
Take us back to the day where you envisioned this and you thought, it's me.
I didn't. It was Rashid Lombard. There was about 20 retards. Rashid, Clarence Ford, a whole bunch of guys who got together. I came in 2 years before it started, and I brought stability to the whole project in the production line. They explained it to me, and Rashid headhunted me and said, listen, why don't you join us? We're going to start a jazz festival. I'm really not a jazz aficionado. So I said, fool, I know music, and I worked with Queen and Rod Stewart, a lot of bands. So I knew rock and roll over the years. And I joined, and I think we thought 3 years. When we started, there were 12 directors, then there was 6, then there was only 3, and there was only 2 Rashid.
Wow.
No, nutrition, it wasn't the word. We just like, poof, poof, poof. But I remember opening night, we stood behind a wall, and Rashid said, hey, Muna, wish. Hey, how are we going to pay these people if nobody comes? And when we looked around the corner, we saw lines and lines. And I think it's because it's a real concert. Like the People's Concert and the Free Concert and the students and the training and development. It's about a legacy. It's not about music, because we're never going to get rich. We will never get rich on this, because we want to create that platform pre-94 when we didn't have that chance. When we started Showroad of Fame, and I was working on to that, where I saw Rebecca Malope with Pure Magic. I was part of that. When I managed Lucky Dube as a tour manager for 30 years in Ivory Coast and going through Africa, I saw that. And by the way, I will go to Africa any day rather than, but it's not about Billy Domingo's trip. The festival itself is, as you said, 27, 28. It's going to be extraordinary. I've taken one stage away. I've taken the Moses Molekwa stage away. The rationale behind that is I hated that congestion going to Kippies and Moses. And secondly, like with hip hop and Zulu, it always gets too full. So I said, why don't I put that stage and incorporate to Baseline and to Mannenberg's, where they get a full stage and you get the full production. And I'm glad I did that, because now I've got 4 pumping stages. Somebody asked me the other day, you have a habit of putting the same artist on more than once. And Judith and I knew her from when she grew up and went to North Sea. No, it's not. I put artists on that current. And do not disrespect an artist. They pay their dues. You sample their music. You stole their music. And this is the artist that you need to see, because at the moment, she's on the peak. She's on the peak of performance, and that's why she deserves to be there. Don Vino told you about the golf. I'm going to get busted for playing golf on a Sunday. But I think that's the way we do as African. Africanism will come through. It's not a Eurocentric. It's not an Americanized. It's not a Michael Jackson concert. It's an Africa's grandest gathering. So showcase African artists. And that's what I do. Gender, female, incredible amount. Lady Manu Gallo, she's the first percussionist and bass player from Ivory Coast. She's coming. It's just across the board. Kokoroko. Look at the lineup. Saxophone players, women artists. We need to do that. Look at Lyra. Classy. Not that you aren't. But I mean, these are the artists you're going to see. And so we speak about the PJ Morton. I've always loved it. And I will produce a gospel festival soon. Jacob Collier, great. But Sam Soweto, that kid from I love the soil. And he phoned me up to say, I'm coming. Great, you're in. Guys, it's about putting a blend together to 220 press and creating a platform that the world can see what Africa has to offer. I don't need Earth, Wind and Fire. They see Earth, Wind and Fire. Show me the soil. Show me Judith, show me Lyra, and so that we can export our artists to the world. And that's the only reason there. It's not about Khalid Abdullah, the group CEO, and my boss directly. His love of music is brilliant. So the choice of music is fantastic. He never questions, and he is input, and that's what you want from executives. So I'm blessed that, as I said earlier, it takes a village to raise a child. ESB Africa is the team. They are about 89% female.
A wonderful.
Including security, including logistics, including everything. I think there are 4 of us in the office. And that's what it's about. That's the next generation, and that's what the festival's about.
Yep.
So I hope I didn't ramble on a bit.
No, that was...
Absolutely appreciate that. I mean, getting the backstory gives you the space or the platform to actually appreciate what it's all about and where it all started and how it grew over the years. And we're now, Mama Judith, I mean, you're a multi-award-winning talent. I mean, with a triple platinum status album behind your back, and you're still making waves, you know, through our airways. Why is the Jazz Festival important for an artist such as yourself?
You know, we as artists, everything that you said could actually go to my head. You know, you, Judith, you've won this, you've got this, they call you the queen of this and that. We always need a validation, you know, and every festival that comes, especially a festival of this magnitude, when you get called to say, come and be a part of it, it actually does nothing for me but validates that I'm still doing something good. So if 5 years go by and I'm not called, then I need to up my game, change the gears a bit. Remember, we create music not only for ourselves, but we are for the people. So we need to keep reinventing ourselves. We need to make sense to a promoter to be able to say, Judith, come on board. And I refuse to stay, you know, in a place where I'm not fulfilled. Every time when there's studio to go to, I make sure that, you know what, I've got to fall in love with what's happening now. Believe me or not, I listen to a lot of music, to everything.
What kind of music?
Like, I'm glad something Soweto is coming. I love that. I'm a piano. I'm sure, I think my playlist is like, I'm a piano. I'm there. You know, I'm there. And that's how, you know, you cannot actually fight that because they have their season and you've got to allow them to have their season, but that doesn't mean that you mustn't listen. So listen and pay attention, and that's how you grow. That's how you keep reinventing yourself to become either better, to stay relevant. That's the most important thing, staying relevant, you know. And also, I mean, you mentioned Lyra. Lyra is one of the classiest singers I know, and she has become, she's a force right now. You know, I remember hearing her a long time ago, long time ago, and she sang Amazing Grace, and I actually ran. I was like, what is this girl doing? Oh my God, oh my God. And then let me tell you, from there, she became better and better and better. And it's this thing that I'm talking about wanting it so bad that the promoter will call you for an event such as the Cape Town Jazz.
Well, I tell you what, we are very excited. The 27th and 28th of March, book your tickets. As I said, hitch whatever ride you need to be in the Mother City. Come and listen, be inspired, come and grow in your love for music and just all round for Africa and what we have to offer the world. Cape Town International Jazz Festival in its 21st celebration this year in 2020.
I'm Janeska Rademan. I am 24 years old. I'm a set decorator and an aspiring actress. Welcome to my crib. This is the lounge area. I don't really make a lot of food here because I tend to burn it. Yeah, that's enough. Let me show you my view from my room. So...
Hello, ek sien jou maatjies is hier.
So I still live with my parents. That's why I actually need to win this money. Okay.
There's only one person like Janeska. She's fun to be around and the type of person that you can't get enough of. So I think she would be perfect for this competition.
What I'm going to bring to the competition is fun and kindness. Maybe I'm a little bit competitive. Maybe I'm a lot. Let's see. I'm Janeska Rademan. Watch me on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curaçao, coming to you soon on SABC 3.
Welcome back, everybody, to your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. Listen, let me just tell you, we had a quick sound check, and Judith Apuma and Don Vino's in the house. It is electrifying. You guys are not ready.
We're in for a treat. But of course, the conversation continues. It's Teen Prevention of Suicide Week that's going on. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group, they're hosting this conversation. Dr. Cindy van Zyl and Tsulu.
A very good morning to Expresso family. If you've just tuned in, we are joined by Dr. Cindy van Zyl here this morning. She is a SADC board member, and we are dissecting and talking more about teen suicide. It is Teen Suicide Prevention Week this week, and we are just sort of getting to grips with just how prevalent this topic is. I mean, 1 million suicide deaths a year, Dr. Cindy. That's like every 40 seconds someone takes their life. It's quite an alarming statistic. If someone is suicidal, can they be helped? Can they recover? And if so, how do they go about doing it?
Well, yes, they can be helped. I think I always explain to people that by the time you make the decision to die by suicide, you've gone through depression, and there's a happy hormone, a chemical in your brain that is depleted. So if we can get you onto medication, and you start the medication, you take it properly for a long enough time, we can then replenish that happy hormone in your brain. So it's preceded by depression, and then the thoughts come, because the thoughts do come, as time goes on if you're not getting any treatment. The difficulty is obviously getting someone into treatment, and this is where I think the myths around psychiatric care and being admitted for psychiatric care abound, and that's why we're having this conversation, to tell people that psychiatric medication is not addictive. Like, you take it for a time, and then once you're better, your psychiatrist will tell you to go off the medication. Teens, obviously, it's harder to get them into care because there's a lot that's going on in their lives, and also they don't feel understood, they don't feel heard. So parents and caregivers need to keep an eye out for their teens. If there's any changes you've noticed in the behavior, ask your teen if everything is okay, because that question might just help them to open up and let you know that something is wrong.
Building on that, doctor, is there a peak time when suicide is more prevalent?
Well, look, with teens, if you look at their lives, I mean, they'll probably be stressed about relationships. They might be stressed about exams. They may have failed, the first year of university, and they're worried about parental pressure. They're worried about what the parents are going to say. So usually around exam time, and certainly when there's relationship issues, and there could be bullying involved as well. And again, communication is key. If you notice any changes in your child, ask them what is wrong, and try and get them help.
How do we go about minimizing the risk of suicide? What are some of the things that we can do in our normal everyday life that we can, minimize the risk and help our teens not go down that road? Okay,
so the asking is important. Are you fine? Are you okay? I've noticed that you've changed. You're not talking anymore. You're always in your room with the door closed. What's happening with you? And the second thing is you need to listen without judgment. So that's care. Right? So you need to show that you care. You need to show that whatever they tell you, you're not going to react in a bad way. I think a lot of parents don't want to hear certain things that their kids may be doing. But then if your kid can't talk to you, who are they meant to talk to? So listen without judgment. That's very important. And the last thing, of course, is get the child into treatment. Doctors are available. GPs are very good at referring. You can go to a government clinic. They have nurse clinicians. They can refer you to a psychiatric doctor. But make sure that the teen gets help.
And in terms of the work that SADC does, can you just reiterate how one goes about contacting them?
Okay, so SADC is on social media. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, and they also have a helpline, a toll-free helpline that you can call. It's 0800 456 789. So it's quite an easy number, 0800 456 789. They have a 24-hour center, and they have people on the other end 24 hours a day to listen to you and then to help you as best as they can.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cindy van Zyl, for joining us this morning and enlightening us on a very, very important conversation that needs to be had. From us, that is all we have for today. It's back to you guys in studio.
Very much, Dr. Cindy van Zyl. Thank you, Tsulu Piri. Now, for a bit of positivity in the form of plants. Studies have proven that indoor plants, they reduce stress levels and they boost your mood. They help regulate humidity and increase levels of positivity, as seeing greenery in nature helps one feel more relaxed and calmer. Now is the time to explore the world of houseplants in 2020. We're looking at which plants will be trending in the new year, or the 2020 year. Are there any new varieties that we need to be on the lookout for that we can expect in the next coming coming months, or trends even in the industry that you should be aware of. Here to give us some more guidance on everything green in the home and what to expect this year is our resident plant expert, Plantifar's head gardener. I'm talking about my friend, Andreas Keller. Andreas, so good to see you once again, man.
Good to see you too.
And yes, as you do, week in, week out, you've brought a whole spread of really fantastic plants. And I must tell you, I'm not even joking. You brought these, you laid them out here, and I already instantly feel so much better.
Amazing.
So much better about the morning. But, you know, houseplants, they become very popular, and we've had this conversation before. They've become very popular over the last couple of years. Are there certain types of plants which will become more popular in the new year, 2020? What do you foresee for the year?
So our sort of thoughts around this are very much informed by the great feedback we get from our Instagram users, you know, comments on Facebook, via email, phone calls. So we expect foliage to continue to be super popular this year. That's really just green statement plants that fill out a space beautifully and give you that kind of like instant nature feel. So, you know, like the delicious monster, which we have in the front here. Fiddly figs that are just like visually really impactful. And just make people feel really good.
The wonderful thing about all these plants that you brought through is absolutely no frills. They are statement plants, absolutely, yes, without a doubt, but they're not complicated at all. They're not trying to be anything more than just a plant to make you feel good. But, you know, you've got my attention here. Are there any new varieties that we can expect in the new year?
Yeah, certainly we think so. I mean, they are just like the internet lights up for interesting foliage. So anything with, you know, like crazy darts and velvety leaves, fishtails, crazy color combinations. People just go crazy for that.
I love it.
It takes a little bit of time for those varieties to trickle down into, you know, for us to be able to access them. But certainly we expect foliage, like interesting foliage, to be a really big trend. Also succulents. And
is
South
that a
Africa,
thing?
it's a thing. Because succulents are super easy care. And they also come in like these crazy interesting shapes. I mean, I've brought like two with, both of them are South African plants, actually from the Cape. Like
this one here.
That's a fan aloe, which grows only in a very small area of South Africa, in the Cape. So like the Francho Crabo area.
Oh, wow.
It's actually not an aloe, it's something else, which is a whole other story that the viewers can maybe research.
The beauty is that we've got such a strong variety and a wide variety of plants and the different types that grow here in South Africa. And the one thing that most people don't take note of, or maybe don't realize, is what grows here often doesn't grow anywhere else.
Right, absolutely.
And that's impressive.
Totally. Although, you know, with the right conditions, they will grow in somebody's home. You just kind of got to replicate the conditions.
Of course, absolutely. Now, of course, what about the industry, the plant growing industry itself? Are there any new changes there, any trends that you're looking out for?
Definitely. We're seeing the plant growers waking up to international trends around growing practices and the impact that that business has on the environment. So there's conversations starting around the use of pesticides, fungicides to grow the plants themselves, the kind of resources necessary to grow them, around energy consumption, around water usage, the soil types. So that's super exciting. We hope and we kind of expect in the near future to be able to actually have labeled organic houseplants.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
In the same way as, you know, we can go to the shops now and choose between an organic banana.
Veggies.
Exactly.
That's it, and our fruit. This is fantastic. But we know that there's a global movement. I mean, it's rising in a big way where people are really paying attention to reducing impact. What is Plantifar's role in this? What are you doing as Plantify to make sure that you stamp your role up on that?
So we're kind of starting with the lowest hanging fruits. We've looked at our packaging to reduce that as much as possible. We'll actually be offering our clients online the choice to choose reusable packaging.
Nice.
So packaging that's been used before that
and all your clients are going to just choose that?
Let's hope so. I mean, it'll be fascinating to see. We'll also be offering carbon neutral shipping pretty soon.
Nice.
So where the emissions have been offset by cool projects. So that the actual impact of that trip to somebody's home doesn't have a negative impact on the environment. And we're talking to the growers and are starting to kind of select growers that are, you know, more ecologically aware and are stocking those plants. So a lot of exciting things underway.
There is a lot of excitement, and I can tell you, your face lights up when you talk about all this sort of stuff. Thank you so much, Andreas. You're always such a pleasure to have in here. But of course, we got some great news for you at home because we're giving away a fan alu conveniently shipped to your home. All you need to do is visit plantify.co.za and find which indoor plant is high up on your wish list. Do you have one that you're eyeing? Let us know on Expresso's Facebook page. That's Expresso Morning Show SABC3. The terms and conditions, they do apply. You can find them on expressoshow.com. Competition will end today at midnight. They're not going to be sitting here waiting. They're going to fly, so make sure you enter.
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Nexa. Brought to you by Pharma Dynamics.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A very good morning to you, South Africa. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. This is Expresso, your feel-good breakfast show right here on SABC3. Today we are in for a treat. There's so much happening.
Absolutely. Music aplenty, food aplenty as well as exercise, which is about to happen right now. Tulipiri coming to us live from Johannesburg with Mandla Nhleko. The boys are looking very dark this morning. Just like, hey, pump it up, boys. All right.
A very good morning to Expresso family. If you've just tuned in, we are coming to you live from Johannesburg this morning for our fitness segment. And today we are going to be zooming in on circuit training. I mean, it is a workout that targets most muscles. It's a full body workout. And to take us through a little bit of circuit training this morning, I have personal trainer as well as sports and conditioning coach, Mandla Nhleko. Mandla, talk to us about the benefits of circuit training.
Good morning, Sulu. Basically, you work your whole body in a few minutes. So, for example, you can put in like 5 exercises. In 20 minutes, you're done. Your whole body's worked out. Your core, strength, everything. And your cardiovascular as well.
You touched on it briefly just now, but talk to us about the benefits of circuit training. What are the advantages?
Okay, the advantage is that you're able to do a lot of exercises in a short period of time. You target your entire body, meaning that all your muscles are working at the same time. So you don't have to do too much isolation, like standing, doing bicep curls. You can do bicep curls if you want to as part of your circuit training, which also is referred to as high-intensity interval training.
Now, not all of us have access to a gym. Not all of us can afford to go into a gym. So can I still circuit train at home? And if so, how do I go about it?
Most definitely. Some of us have trees in our houses. You can do pull-ups from your trees. You can do box jumps on steps if you have staircases at home. So basically, you can use your whole body. Well, your body weight will become your gym equipment.
All right, enough talking. Let's get into it.
Okay.
What are we starting with first?
So today we've got a slam ball. So we're going to do slam ball. We're going to combine it with push-up and tuck burpees. So basically, it's more of a cardiovascular exercise. So it works your whole body. So basically what you do, you pick up the ball, slam it on the floor.
Yeah.
Push up. Okay.
Right.
You ready to try it?
I'm ready to try.
Okay. Give it a go.
Okay, so I slam
Just
and
go
then...
forward a bit. Swatch out here. Yeah.
All right.
Careful. And a jump.
Like that?
Yeah, so you can do 15 of those.
Okay.
Or you can time yourself 45 seconds of those exercises, of that whole workout.
Okay.
45 seconds and then 20 seconds rest. Okay, so the next one, we're gonna do kettlebell swing. So in this case, we don't have a kettlebell, so we're gonna use the dumbbells.
Dumbbells.
So you take the dumbbells, there, you swing. So the dumbbell swing / kettlebell swing, it works your whole body. You work your core.
Just show me that movement again.
You work your quads. Okay, let's do it together. I'm gonna do my left. There, shoulder height. So push your hips out. Squeeze your glutes. There.
Okay. And I'm taking it, we're gonna switch
So we're gonna do 15 on this arm.
Okay.
And then we're gonna switch to the other side.
Okay.
15 as well. Let's go to it. There. You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, so the next one is more of a plyometric exercise. Some people refer to as explosive.
Plyometric, what does that mean?
Plyometric. It means short burst movement. Okay, so we're gonna do jump lunges. So you're gonna start in lunge position and jump up.
Okay.
Okay, so you wanna get this out of the way quickly, move forward a bit.
All right.
Watch out behind you. Okay, let's go into lunge, jump. Good. You all right? So this will also raise your heart rate.
Okay. It's more cardio, eh?
Yep. You okay?
I'm fine.
Cool stuff. Good job. Okay, so next one, you wanna take the dumbbells. I'll give you the 9s. There you go, those are yours. Okay. Okay, quick one. We're gonna hold them here. Okay, go into a squat. All the way down and press.
Okay, this is a real workout now.
And up.
And up.
Okay.
And how many of these do we do?
So 15 of those.
15 of those?
Yeah.
All right. We are going to be continuing our exercise, our grueling exercise regime with Mandla when we get back. But for now, it's back to you guys in studio. We're going to be back for more.
Thank you so much, Tola. We'll be back with him a little bit later this morning. But in the interest of holistic health, we're going to turn our attention to our diet and as it relates to our immune system. Processed fatty foods and sugary treats all have a direct effect on our immune system and even, in fact, on our mood, believe it or not. Now, with every system in the body, the immune system relies on the right balance of vitamins and minerals to function at its best. And it's not eating the right foods, exercising and getting enough sleep. This can severely affect our health and general well-being if we're not finding that balance. So we're going to chat to our regular dietitian, Marika Gallagher, on the importance of nutrition for a healthy immune system. It's not just a conversation we should be having in winter, but all year round. And it's amazing. We always, it seems, it doesn't matter what we're talking about, in fact, that we always come back, when it's health-related, come back to diet and having the right balance of vitamins and minerals in that diet. How does it exactly affect the immune system, Marika?
So your diet and the food that you eat forms such an integral part of every single cell in your body, including the cells and organs and tissues of your immune system. And there are so many nutrients that play a role on various levels. Firstly, that first line of defense, your skin and the mucus cells in your body. Vitamin A plays an important role there. And then once that bacteria got into your body, you need phytocells. And those phytocells need energy and other nutrients like vitamin B, vitamin D.
It's like you need energy to do your job, they need energy to do their job.
Exactly, they do need energy. And then after you've gone through this whole ordeal, you need some foods to help to repair, and protein would do that. Zinc, for example, helps to heal wounds. So there's various nutrients that play an important role.
They also say, like, eating a certain diet can affect your mood. How is this connected?
How does it link? Yeah.
Oh, no, they're definitely linked. So our mood are affected by various things. We know, for example, that the healthy bacteria in our gut protects our immune system. But we also now know that if we have a healthy gut and a healthy bacteria, it also affects our mood. So those are very...
Because serotonin is produced in the gut.
And interestingly enough, the cells in your gut are very similar to the cells in your brain. And they release similar chemicals.
You really do eat, you feel what you eat. You like, we get happy when you eat something nice, and there's a reason for that.
Absolutely.
What are the major no-nos when it comes to diet and how it affects our mood and our immune system? What should we really be avoiding?
Very sugary foods and highly processed foods, because firstly, they rob our bodies from taking in those healthy foods that contain all the nutrients that helps to build our immune system and helps us to have a better mood and helps our mental health. So you'll do very well if you exclude that. And highly processed foods also lack nutrients. And then these foods also tend to have an effect on our blood glucose levels. And if you have a roller coaster of blood sugar, you don't feel well, and your mood's definitely affected.
Going to be thrown out of balance.
And then lastly, what role do immune-boosting supplements help with our day-to-day care, and how important are these to bring effect into our day-to-day health?
Well, firstly, if you are deficient in nutrients like zinc, vitamin A, B vitamins, iron, then your immune system will be affected. And by taking these supplements, you will be taking in the right amount, and that'll help to boost your immune system. And there might be various reasons why you don't take in enough. If you're pregnant, for example, or if you're lactating, you need much more than the average person would. Or there might be children that are very picky eaters, or they've just gone through illness already and they're deficient. And to help to boost their immune system, taking in those extra nutrients will be helpful.
That's why you're winning cutting out sugar in your diet. How many days has it been now?
I don't know. I lost track of time.
But it's so important, I think, to just really take on board that this is a system we're trying to find balance within. Good health and immunity definitely does start from the inside, and with a little help from Immuenza, why not give your immune system that little extra boost, that extra care that it needs?
Looking for immune support? Remain at your peak all year round with Immuenza.
I've never met someone with a heart like this.
He embodies what it means to be selfless.
Even when I was in a state of panic, she saw me through bravery.
Often the bravest people don't see themselves as others do. Join us in celebrating these brave heroes. Nominate the pharmacists and healthcare professionals in your community making a real difference, and stand a chance to win 5,000 Rand.
Welcome back, you beautiful people, to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso, live on SABC 3. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us on this beautiful Tuesday. Now, it is our Health Tuesday, and we know that, look, we reflect on the fact that for years, various forms of mental illness, they've been treated with strong psychiatric medications that often come with severe side effects. And with the rapid increase of cases like anxiety and depression, more and more people are opting to treat and heal through more natural medications. And one such product is Imosec, which has been formulated with Saffron. And here to give us a closer look at all of this and these products is pharmacist and national training and PR manager for Relief Pharmaceuticals. It's Sean Willett. Sean, good morning.
Thanks, Glad you did that.
An absolute mouthful. It's so good to have you. Sean, always so enlightening.
Yeah,
great. I mean, yesterday you had a quite in-depth conversation about Imosec and how it contains the purest form of saffron.
Yes,
Now, for people who missed out on that conversation, how do these capsules work exactly?
So Imosec contains Iranian saffron, and it's a patented form of Iranian saffron. And if you look at the plant, you'll see that there's got three little stigmas at the top. It's those red stigmas that really contain the active metabolites. And we've taken that and we've extracted that in a very patented way as well to protect it. And so it's a very pure form of saffron, and it really assists with any kinds of anxiety, depression symptoms, contributes to positive mood and emotional balance. And it's nappy coated, so it's lovely for those folks in South Africa that do want to claim something back from their medical aid. It's not available, you don't need a prescription for it, and it's the first to market here in South Africa.
Convenient as well. I mean, this is really fascinating, but how exactly does the Iranian saffron work to assist us then?
Yeah, so it works for relaxation and calmative, but they weren't quite sure how it worked, and they found out that it works in a couple of different ways to be. So it works to modulate the release of cortisol from our adrenals, so it kind of controls that stress response. You know, stress under acute conditions is fine, fight or flight, but when it's chronic, like so many of us live, right? It can have dire consequences. And then also just to balance our neurotransmitters, that's just another word for the chemical messengers in our body. Things like serotonin, we talk about serotonin, our feel-good hormone, that type of thing. So it just balances that we don't live a bit of a seesaw life, emotionally balanced.
I mean, we are focusing on the positives that we can benefit from Imosec, right? But I'm pretty sure there are some side effects that come with it. Are there clinical studies that support the product?
Yeah, and obviously, just because something's herbal or something from a natural origin doesn't mean it doesn't have a side effect. So always refer to our very exhaustive package inserts. But yes, absolutely, there's studies. Iranian saffron has been studied extensively. And in fact, one study, the clinical study, was shown to be statistically very similar to one of the pharmaceuticals out there that works for anxiety and depression. So it's great. And our particular ingredient was studied in a proprietary study, and it's shown that 3 out of 4 people feel more positive and happy after 15 days. Very good. Emotionally balanced, and 2 out of 3 feel a little bit more zen, more relaxed, right? And then after 30 days, over 50% of people felt that they just have a better quality of sleep. So it's great when you do have studies to back up your ingredients.
3 out of 4, that is really, really good. But now, how does one know if Imosec is good for them, it's the right product for them, and how do they then go about using it?
Absolutely, and again, we reiterated this yesterday. I'll say it again to the listeners and to the viewers out there, you know, please, if you're suffering from severe depression, anxiety, speak to a professional, reach out to somebody, or help somebody reach out to somebody. But when you're feeling that, just that sense of emotional imbalance and signs of anxiety, and you can see the symptoms, the red lights are going off, please use something like a herbal formula, first step, and it's for adults. They take 1 capsule a day, works first time.
Sometimes you need a little bit more than just your feel-good breakfast show to help you feel good with the positive vibes. Thank you so much, Sean.
Pleasure. Thanks, Teresa. Thanks, Quickly.
Absolutely, man. Now, Imosec is available at all leading pharmacies and health stores nationwide. And if you are suffering from anxiety, depression, suicide, or any form of mental health, please know that you are not alone and there is plenty of help out there. Speak to a healthcare provider for options and treatment plans, or visit the South African Depression and Anxiety Group at sadec.org.
Well, if you're looking for something to uplift your mood, then you're definitely in tune at the right kind of time. Remember to book your dates and your tickets, 27th and the 28th of March for the 21st celebration of the Cape Town International Festival. At only $9.99, you get a whole weekend pass both days. Listen to everyone across the board. And you might even hear this song, which, believe it or not, made its first debut onto the airwaves 19 years ago. Here is Judith Sepuma and Don Vina with A Cry, a Smile, and a Dance. don't believe I've ever heard it like that before.
And we didn't even rehearse this.
No, no, no.
Oh my God, this is the first time.
Absolutely
Oh my God,
amazing,
it's
man.
beautiful.
Such is the inspiration of the Cape Town International Jazz Fest. Listen, book your tickets already. What are you waiting for? 27th, 28th of March, right here in the mother city. You'll get to see Don Vina. You'll get to see Judith Puma live on stage alongside many, many others. It's going to be a wonderful celebration of what Africa has to offer. And in the meantime, link up with us on our social media pages. Let us know what you thought about that very special performance of a cry, a smile, a dance. Yo! Tropical Island of Treasure is back for a 9th season, and this time around we're coming to you from the Dutch Caribbean island of Curacao. Here, 6 celebrities and 6 smooth fans will pair up to compete for fame and fortune and the smoothest treasure of all, a shared 1 million rand. 3, 2, 1, go! Catch the new season of Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. from the 3rd of March on SABC3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
To you, to you, to you. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. When you hear that jingle, you know it's time to wish you guys a happy birthday. But of course, if you are celebrating your birthday today on the 18th of Feb, then you are celebrating with pretty cool people. One of them being Kurt Dadden, our very own Afrikaans music heavyweight. Of course, he's turning 51 years old today.
51?
51, still so relevant, of course. But do you know what? I feel like he's the most karaoke'd man ever. We got Captain, Spanish Sailor, Captain, say it's mijne. En hoe ik wil heisten, naar toe. Hier vier stond mijn tanero.
Even covered my figures on with Kombiki here, Kombiki here. I'll fight my haste to Hamba now.
Hey, of course, if you
watching today. So, Darren, happy birthday from all of us here at Expresso Studios.
Yeah, also, if you were born on this day, you celebrate with none other than Mr. John Travolta, who turns 66 years today. You might remember him as Danny Zuko, the character from Grease, who gave it,
I got chills and multiplying.
Look at that!
And I'm losing control.
Hey, you got it, girl. You got it. So, yes,
Jamie's
happy
in her
birthday to
element.
you. You're celebrating it with some heavyweights today.
Absolutely. Now it's time to wish you, our loved and loyal viewers, a very happy birthday. We're starting off with the special video. This one is from Michelle. Let's check it out.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
First of all, she's in the dark.
Happy birthday.
With the candle.
Happy birthday to me. God bless you, Michelle.
That's absolutely. You know what, Michelle? You don't have to sing for yourself. We'll sing for you.
Happy birthday, Michelle. Happy birthday, Michelle.
To you. Happy birthday, dear Michelle.
Happy birthday to you. We're singing to Michelle, and I'm just addressing her by name.
But we're just going everywhere as well, encompassing every chord. And then we specify.
Happy birthday to you guys, man. Other people who are celebrating their birthday is Aslam and Zubair. Happy 13th birthday to Aslam and Zubair. I hope all your wishes come true. Have a super duper day. I love you, boys. Oh, it's cute little twins.
Double trouble.
Happy birthday, guys.
The next one goes to a happy 36th birthday to my mommy, Fikalepi. May God bless you more. We love you. Enjoy your day. And then I wish my beautiful grandchild, Exes Moodley, a happy 8th birthday. May God bless you always. And this comes from love from Maud Dolly Govender. Happy birthday, cutie pie.
Happy birthday to Cliff. We are thankful that you've been blessed once again today. This is from your mom, your brothers, and of course, your dad. And happy birthday to Virgil Khalik. You're not just a friend or a sister to us, but one in a million, and you are a rare gem. May your big day be filled with love and lots of laughter. This is from the whole family and the twins.
And this one goes to Samantha. Happy 41st birthday, Samantha. February, may you be blessed with all your heart's desires. We love you. I love the fact that her surname is February and she's celebrating her year in Feb. And this one goes to Pascalina. Happy 15th birthday to Pascalina from your mom, dad, Kyle, Emmett, and Wickes. We love you.
Oh, and then last but not least, we're wishing Alfaz Khan a happy 6th birthday, cutie pie. May God bless you more. Lots of love from your mom, dad, Ma, Pa, Ali, Joey, Haley, Jeru, and sister Faria Amal. Like, literally everyone was right in there. But of course, we want you to send in videos, even if you're sending a video to your auntie, your cousin, your family, even to yourself, like Michelle. Then, of course, send that WhatsApp through to 071 640 6551. Or better yet, email us at birthdays@cordova.tv.
Yeah, and you know what? If it's your special day today, happy birthday.
Thank you very much, team. We take a look at that final breakdown of headlines, starting off here in South Africa, where the South African Police Service has announced the arrest of 5 suspects for child pornography in an operation code named Moonlight during the course of last week, mainly in Pretoria. One of the suspects is a 63-year-old married pensioner who owns a daycare center, which is managed by his wife. All 5 accused were granted bail of 5,000 rand. The police appealed to parents to exercise strict measures to ensure their children did not fall prey to sexual predators on the internet. Ratings agency Moody's has cut its 2020 growth forecast for South Africa to 0.7% from a September forecast of 1.5%. Moody's says that the economy remains stuck in low gear due to lackluster domestic private sector demand. In a research report, Moody's also attributed the scaled-down forecast to the detrimental impact on the continental load shedding on the country's manufacturing and mining activity. In November last year, Moody's changed its outlook on South Africa's credit ratings from stable to negative. In international headlines, in a presentation before the American Association for the Advancement of Science in Seattle this weekend, Bill Gates warned that the coronavirus could overwhelm health systems on the African continent. He said the virus is more concerning than Ebola. He added that the potential impact on sub-Saharan Africa could evolve into a pandemic, causing more than 10 million deaths worldwide. The virus has now infected more than 71,000 people around the world, mostly in mainland China. The death toll at present stands at 1,775. Jeff Bezos said yesterday that he's giving $10 billion, the equivalent of some 150 billion rand, to fight climate change. The the Amazon CEO and the richest man in the world announced in a post on Instagram that he'd start the Bezos Earth Fund. He expects to start distributing grants this summer. He said that the Earth can still be saved, but it's going to take collective action from big companies, small companies, nations, states, global organizations, and individuals. Bezos pledged accounts for about 7.7% of his wealth. And rugby box win again, and another feather in Brian Habana's cap. This is South Africa's flag that was flown high at last night's 2020 Laureus Awards in Berlin. The Springboks won the prestigious World Team of the Year award, with the Academy stating that their incredible Rugby World Cup triumph showed the unique power of sport to unite. Another South African up for an award, former Paralympian swimmer Natalie du Toit, was nominated in the Laureus Sporting Moment 2000 to 2020. This was won by Sachin Tendulkar and the 2011 Indian Cricket World Cup winning team. There was also a major proud moment for South Africa when Springbok rugby legend Brian Habana was inducted into the Laureus World Sports Academy. He joins the 68 current members of the Laureus World Sports Academy. And now, another look at the world of entertainment. Fans of British musical legend Elton John are concerned for the 74-year-old after he walked off stage in tears mid-performance during a show in Auckland, New Zealand on Sunday night. The icon lost his voice and he had to halt his grueling world tour due to being diagnosed with walking pneumonia. More on this story in our full entertainment report a little bit later on. That's where we leave it for this morning. Here is Graham with a look at your sport.
Let's pick up on one of those stories. The Rugby World Cup winning Springboks, of course, scooping the prestigious Laureus Team of the Year award in Berlin last night. The Boks were nominated alongside Liverpool, Formula One's Team Mercedes, the US women's football team, the Toronto Raptors, and Spain's national basketball team. Now, the second time the Boks have scooped the award. First time they walked away with the award was in early 2008. That, of course, after South Africa won the 2007 Rugby World Cup. Now, bringing it back home for rugby news, Varsity Cup action returned with a thrilling Cape derby last night that saw the University of Cape Town edging out the University of the Western Cape 31-28 at the UWC Stadium. Home side started off strong with a try by Gilroy Philander as early as the second minute of the game, but UWC did go on to score 3 tries but couldn't hold off UCT's IQs, who went over the try line 5 times on the night. Other Varsity Cup results saw tabletopers Marties absolutely thrashing CUT 67-24. NW Pucker, they beat Shimlas 27-19, and we saw Tuxbury narrowly beat UJ as well. Then on to cricket news. Faf du Plessis has stepped down as the Proteas Test and T20 captain with immediate effect. The 35-year-old batsman said this was one of the toughest decisions to make, but added he will remain committed playing in all 3 formats of the game. Du Plessis was yesterday also named in South Africa's squad for the 3-match T20 International Series, kicking off against Australia this coming Friday. Then finally on to football. Our Monday night football saw Manchester United claim a 2-0 win over Chelsea, who had 2 goals disallowed at Stamford Bridge in the English Premier League last night. United's forward Anthony Martial opening the scoring in the 45th minute with a header from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner. Then Harry Maguire added the second goal in the second half to secure the win for the visitors. That result sees the Red Devils move up to 7th on the Premier League log, while the Blues, they remain in 4th. And that's where we leave our sport for this Tuesday morning. Let's take one last look at the roads.
Thank you, G. It's 8 o'clock. Let's take a final look at what's happening on the roads. If you find yourself in Gauteng, Germiston, there has been a multi-vehicle accident on the N12 westbound off the Edenvale Road. The right lane is blocked, so please use alternative route this morning. In the Western Cape, Langa on Jakes Harville Drive northbound, there has been a multi-vehicle accident before the N2 obstructing the left lane, so please do approach with caution. And then lastly, on the Metro Rail Southern Line, there is an extended travel time of 30 to 40 minutes on the Simonstown line due to current infrastructure conditions and sets out of service. That was a wrap-up of your 8 o'clock traffic. Here's a final look at the weather with Kutle.
The The time is now 5 minutes past 8. It's time to have the final look at the weather this morning. But throughout the course of the morning, we've been asking you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you to Louise Sherry for your amazing skyline from Blue Hills in Midrand, and Larico Fasachi for your sunrise picture from Paarl in the Western Cape, as well as Chrissy Molefe for your beautiful skyline from Heidelberg, and lastly, Gary Ukam for your beautiful skyline all the way from Emodi, East London. Now to have the last look at the temperatures for the rest of the country. Starting off in Polokwane, it's a partly cloudy day in Polokwane with a low of 17, reaching a high of 28. A couple of showers for Mbombela at 19 with a high of 29. It's a partly cloudy day as well in Pretoria with a minimum of 18, reaching a maximum of 29. And occasional rain for Johannesburg at 17, peaking at 27 today. If you are in Mahikeng, your low is 19 and your high is 30 degrees. Thunderstorms expected for Klerksdorp at 19 with a high of 29. Kimberley, 19, 23 are your temperatures, and heavy rainfall for Bloemfontein at 17 with your low and 24 as your high. It's a rainy day in Richards Bay with a low of 22 degrees today with a high of 26, and a couple of showers for Pietermaritzburg at 18, reaching a high of 25. It's also a rainy day in Durban with temperatures ranging from 22 degrees, reaching a high of 27. Also a heavy rainfall for Mthatha with a low of 16, reaching a high of 18 degrees. Lower temperatures happening there in Mthatha today, so make sure to keep covered up. Now in Mondi, East London, your low is 19, reaching a high of 22. And the lowest temperature in the country this morning starts off in Kredok with a low of 13, reaching a high of 26. Easterly wind of 32 kilometers an hour in Port Elizabeth with temperatures with a low of 19, reaching a high of 24. Southeasterly wind of 26 kilometers an hour in George with a low of 17, reaching a high of 23. It's a partly cloudy day in Sutherland, which peaks at 27 degrees with a low of 16. Cape Town, it's a sunny day with a maximum of 28 degrees and a low of 18 degrees. Now, the highest temperature in the country is in Worcester with a high of 33 and a low of 18. It's a sunny day in Springbok with a maximum of 32 degrees and a low of 20. And if you are in Uppington, your temperatures are 22 as your low and 30 degrees as your high. Whichever part of the country you're in and whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves an incredible Tuesday morning.
And it certainly is turning out to be an incredible Tuesday morning. Sis Princess over here has been having her own interviews with our guests. Sis Judith Sipumo sitting here just listening. What were you asking, Princess? Please continue the interview. What were you asking?
Oh my God. No, I'm just helping because I get the tips that how keep myself younger like her.
Oh, yes?
Oh, yes.
And what are the tips, Judith?
Wow.
Smile like we're doing now.
Yeah.
Just be happy,
No
man.
stress,
Just throw the stress away because you've got the power, you've got the control. You know, don't let it take you over. I mean, we have stresses all the time, but smile.
You know what brings a smile to my face as well? The treats that
the
Sis
situation
Princess serves
here.
up. What are you serving up this morning, Sis Princess?
blueberry muffins.
It's
Lovely
my
stuff,
favorite.
lovely stuff. Well, you get one of those. This is the last moment that we're getting to see you this morning. You're heading off. You've got a very, very busy schedule, so thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
What else is coming up after the Jazz Fest for you? What's going to be on your calendar?
Oh my goodness, I've got a show coming up actually. Oh, you said after or before?
After. Oh, do you want to talk before as well?
I've got a show coming next weekend, Saturday. It's at the Emperor's Palace in Johannesburg.
Excellent.
It's amazing. Myself and a friend of mine, Brenda Mtambo, in concert. And then we're looking forward to the Cape Town Jazz. Oh my God. We've got other things in between, but you know what? The Cape Town Jazz is so exciting for us. Absolutely. And then after that, we're coming back again for another major show with Don Vino.
You are a resident.
We're going to be at the Grand West. It's going to be so beautiful. So please, guys, support everything you see that is local, that is South African.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely a blessing.
Yeah, 27th, 28th of March, $9.99 gets you a full weekend pass both days. See all of the artists, all of the action of the 21st celebration of the Cape Town International Jazz Fest. Sis Princess, what did you ask about the dress? That ain't happening.
Apply for your American Express Gold or Platinum card and get 20% off your food bill, or a complimentary appetizer, or a free bottle of wine every time you use your card at participating taste restaurants around the country. Apply now at americanexpress.co.za.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Of course, a vitally important conversation that we've been fleshing out today. It is currently Teen Suicide Prevention Week, and we've been chatting to a host of experts in the field, most notably from the Depression and Anxiety Group, who do amazing work. And please, if you are struggling with anything that is related to anxiety, if you're feeling those feelings, talk to someone, and they're a great place to start. Indeed. But also, I think working on yourself physically is also a great way.
Fitness becomes such an important conversation to have as well. And Tulu is on standby to get his full body circuit training with Manda Nhleko.
A very good morning to Expresso family. If you've just tuned in, we are coming to you live from Johannesburg this morning, and we are being put through my paces, actually, by personal trainer Manda Nhleko, and we're doing all things circuit training. That is what we're doing for our Fitness Tuesdays, Fitness Tuesday today. A little bit earlier on, we went through a little bit of some of the exercises you can incorporate into your workout at home. You don't necessarily need to be in a gym to do them, and we are going to be doing a little bit more now. What are we going to be starting with, Manda?
Okay, so today we've got a skipping rope, we've got dumbbells, and we have a Swiss ball. Okay. So the Swiss ball is going to be more for core strength exercises, and the skipping rope is more cardio. And we're going to do a dumbbell complex exercise. So it works your whole body. It's going to work your hamstrings, your glutes, your shoulders, your quads, you name it.
Is it going to be so?
You will tell us.
Let's go for it. So what do you do?
So the first was, I want you to grab the dumbbells. I'm going to grab mine as well.
Okay.
So the first exercise into a dumbbell complex is going to be a deadlift.
Okay.
So you want to keep your knees soft.
Okay.
Push your butt out and slowly go down there. Okay, so that's your first exercise, that's your deadlift.
Okay.
And from there, while you're in a deadlift position, you have your hamstrings engaged and your glutes engaged.
Okay.
And then you're going to do rows. So rows is going to work your upper back.
All right.
So you're going to row.
You're going to row.
Okay. And then first, after then, dumbbells back. And then we're going to go into a squat. Okay. We're going to take our dumbbells to our shoulders. So we're working our quads now.
Okay.
There. Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. I can feel it, actually.
Then you come back up. Yeah. Dumbbells on the side. Now we're going to do lunges.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to start with my right. You can start with your right leg.
With my right leg.
Forward lunges. There. Come back. Left lunge. Okay, now we're going to take our dumbbells back to our shoulders. Now we're going to push overhead. Okay, that's working our shoulder.
Okay.
Okay, you can do 15 of these. Okay, we're going to do again. Same thing.
Okay.
Dumbbells there. Deadlift. Row. Back here. Okay, into a squat.
Okay.
Dumbbells on the shoulders. Go down into a squat. Come back up. Dumbbells on the side. Lunge, forward lunge. Other leg. You okay, Tsulu?
I'm fine. I'm so fine.
On the shoulders, overhead press. Good.
Okay.
So next one, I'm going to put our dumbbells on the floor.
Okay.
I'm going to grab the skipping rope. So I'm going to show you how to skip.
It really is a full body workout. I can feel it, like every single muscle in my body is burning.
Just watch your face there.
Okay.
Okay. So gentle. Skip there. Soft knees. Okay, so when you're skipping, you don't want to be too hard on your toes. Just soft and gentle. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Let's hope I can do it as well as you can.
Can we just move this out of your way for you?
So light jumps, eh?
Yeah, light jumps. Just move forward a bit. Okay, light jumps, Sulu.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. So at home, you can skip for 5 or 10 minutes if you're fit enough.
Okay.
But it's okay to start off like 1 minute in between. So you do your dumbbell complex, 15 reps, you skip for a minute, and then after this, you're gonna do the core exercise. We'll show it to you just now.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get into some core exercising now.
Some core exercise, we're gonna use this, what we call the Swiss ball.
Okay.
So Tsulu, what I want you to do, I'm gonna kneel here. I want you to put your feet on the ball.
All right.
Hands on the floor.
This looks complicated. Hopefully I can do it
It's
right
actually
first
easy.
time.
Well, it's a good ball to strengthen your core.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna stay in that push-up position.
Okay.
So make sure that you keep your back straight. Okay, now you're gonna tuck your knees in. Okay. Lift your knees to your chest. Push the legs out. Perfect. Cool stuff. Good job. You okay?
And what is this working your?
So this works your whole whole body, but it also works your core. Six pack, you get it in the kitchen, eh?
Six pack, you get in the kitchen, not in the gym.
No. The gym is just the cherry on top.
All
so
right.
Your first stop is the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna do 20 of these.
20 of those.
Yeah, baba. Okay.
So it feels like we've just done a full body workout.
And it was just one set.
It was just one set.
Yeah, so we'll do like 5 sets of those.
Okay.
to complete the exercise.
All right. Can you imagine putting all of these things together?
Dude, you have a whole body.
True.
An amazing body.
True.
Okay.
Mandla, thank you so much for educating us on circuit training. We look forward to having you back again.
Cool.
For now, it's back to you guys in the studio.
Please don't do that. Anyway, in case you don't know, the anticipation for the new season of Tropica Island of Treasure is real, and all of us can't wait to see what's going to be happening on the island of Curacao. But while we all wait for the show to premiere on March the 3rd, you at home can win big when you buy Tropica. Now, you can find smooth fortune with Tropica. All you need to do is buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and that puts you in line to stand a chance to win your share of 1 million rand in prizes. And there are great prizes to go with that. A trip for two, for instance, with KLM to Amsterdam. If you've never been, this is your chance. There are LG G8 smartphones, LG TVs, LG dishwashers, including Guess vouchers, Guess watches, and Guess accessories. Plus, there's a smooth grand prize of a Suzuki Ignis that you could win. Now, of course, remember that the more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win. And if you're looking for the T's and C's that apply to the competition, you can find them on tropica.co.za. Well, while you rush to the corner shop somewhere quickly to get your Tropica to enter, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Venus. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to this Tuesday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and I certainly hope that it is feeling good being in our company, because it's so good being in yours on this morning.
Tuesday morning, all the feels this morning, right? I just can't even believe it. But of course, we're speaking about something so important today. Nicole De Silva, 5FM presenter, is speaking with Tola Ferry in Johannesburg about Suicide Prevention Week. Take a look.
A very good morning to Expresso family. If you've just tuned in, we are continuing our conversation now around teen suicide. And joining me is a very familiar face. You hear her on your radio. 5FM presenter Nicole De Silva has graciously agreed to share her story and her struggles with depression with us this morning. Thank you very much for being here, Nicole.
It's a pleasure, Tola. Thank you for having me.
Talk to us a little bit about your struggles with depression. How did it start? And basically, how did you get through it? How did you work through it?
It's such a tough one because I've always been a really bubbly person. I enjoy interacting with people. I'm in the entertainment industry. And I think with the tough hours and having to always be on, I realized that there were fewer and fewer people that I could speak to about what I do. And when I was feeling not that good, there were not that many people to speak to. And I've got to emphasize, having an unstable lifestyle without the balance, without getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising, things just became really heavy and I found myself in a really dark place. And there was almost no answer. You just kind of have to carry on performing. And eventually I was just like, you know what, I've got to speak to someone. And when I did start speaking to people, I realized actually there's a lot of people that struggle with the same thing, and all I had to do was ask for help.
And there is a stigma. I mean, seeing that you are in the entertainment industry, you always have to portray this perfect image. And a lot of people don't know that so many people in the industry struggle with this. And they're fighting silent battles. Do you think that being a sort of celebrity, a well-known figure, it's that much harder to come out and say, listen, this is what I'm struggling with, and I'm just human like anyone else?
I think it was really important for me to actually vocalize because when people see you and hear you and they're like, oh, your life is perfect, and they realize, oh, if her life isn't good, then my life isn't that bad either. And the fact that I used my platform to actually express how I was feeling and that I was going through all of this, I think it made it a little bit easier for other people to acknowledge what they were going through as well. And I try not to portray a perfect lifestyle, even though a lot of people in our industry do. I think it just makes it a little bit more real. And then other people came to me as well and said, I'm struggling with the same thing. What are you doing? And we were exchanging advice, and it was really helpful.
What do you do, Nicole? Like, where do you seek help? Where do you begin? You're struggling with depression. Where do you turn to first?
I think the first thing to do is to focus on self-care. It sounds so silly and so simple, but if you're not resting, if you're not taking breaks because, oh, there's a stand-in show and it's holidays and there's more opportunities for me to be on air, you end up running on empty, and burnout is real, and depression and burnout are good bedfellows, if you will. So just focusing on resting, feeding myself real food, not living on caffeine and sugar, little things like that, massages, holidays, and speaking my real truth instead of having this fake life that I have to try and keep up with.
I mean, SADC is doing so much to tackle this problem amongst teens, seeing that it is Teen Prevention Suicide Week. Talk to us about Ask, Care, Treat, that hashtag. What is it all about?
So ACT is essentially ACT, and it's just there to make it a little bit simpler for people who maybe think there's something wrong with a teen or somebody else around them. And it's super simple. I don't expect anyone to be a psychologist, but if you can ask, how are you feeling? You acting a little bit unusual. Are you okay? Can I help you? Is there something I can do? So that's the A. C is to care. If I'm asking you how you feel, and then I'm like, not really paying attention to what you're saying, that kind of negates the whole thing. So you've got to care. You've got to really listen to what somebody is saying to you, not try to help them. Oh, when I go through this, this is what I do. Just listen to what they have to say. Don't try to fix their situation or cut them short. And then to treat, that is where you seek out professional help. That is counselors, that is somebody within your community. Maybe it's a church group, perhaps it's SADC themselves. So ACT, Ask, Care, Treat.
And I think most importantly, it's also know that it's okay not to be okay. You know what I mean?
100%.
We are human, like yourself. I mean, you've been through depression. You look put together. I mean, I'm hoping that that your journey to recover. Let's talk about your the recovery journey. Actually, how is it a constant process? Is it a once-off thing? How does it work?
I think it's constant work, speaking to people and just making sure that you stay on track all the time.
Nicole, thank you very much for coming through and sharing your story. It is a very important conversation to have. Teen Suicide Prevention Week is running until the 18th of February. And I think it's people like Nicole that show that recovery is very much possible. Back to you guys in studio.
Recovery is very much possible indeed.
Absolutely, man, and I appreciate people like Nicole De Silva who use their platforms, to encourage people to speak out and seek help when they feel like they are in a very enclosed space where they feel suffocated and, just need help. It's very important to reach out and say, hey, I'm not okay.
The thing is, anyone can go through this. It's not a specific type of person
Exactly.
only. You often find yourself feeling stressed, depressed, and in need of a rest. Luckily, there is help. Of course, you can get in touch with the likes of SADC, but of course, there are products out there that really do help promote positivity and are good for your general happiness and wellness in that way. Emozec is one of those products we spoke about earlier on, which I think is absolutely incredible. Many of us go through days where you're absolutely feeling stressed or you're feeling just so tired and you don't know what to do. This is one bit of an intervention. It's not the complete solution, but certainly the start potentially for someone feeling stressed, depressed, or maybe sometimes needing a bit of a rest.
Feeling stressed, depressed, or just need better rest? Improve your mood with Emozec, a herbal supplement containing Iranian saffron that delivers results in just 15 days.
Yeah. So we're talking about how to improve our moods today, right? That's a very important thing for the day.
I like the fact that we're approaching it from all sides, and so much that comes through is obviously a physical kind of approach is one way that really does help, and I think it also empowers you. But we put it to you guys this morning. How do you improve your mood? And we've had a ton of comments come through, so thank you so much for weighing in. Let's take a look at what you at home have been saying about how you improve your mood. Cinda Siwe saying, good morning, beautiful family, right back at you. I lift up my mood with a cup of rooibos tea and some few exercises.
I like that. I like that she started off with good morning, beautiful family. I find that giving people comments usually gives them a smile, makes them happy, and that in turn kind of ignites a smile in you as well. So start off with that. Start paying people compliments. Langeliche says, morning, #Expresso show family. One of the things I usually do is listen to my favorite music playlist and sing along to boost my mood from 0 to 100. That is always a great idea.
100%. The right
sing as
song
loud
at
as
the
you
right
can.
moment.
Don't mind who is listening. Pretend you are the artist. You are in the booth.
Sing like nobody's listening. Faith saying baking. Although I'm not very good at it, it just lifts my mood. I love it. You don't have to be good at it, as long as it gives you the net result.
Then Kayla Roo says, I take a hot shower and just sing along with some great music, and I always turn to God to guide me through life, which is always a beautiful thing to do. But the common thread of music definitely coming through there. It's got the ability to uplift your mood, as I'm sure you will be uplifted at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it a blessing that every day we get to have a private performance, if you will, from some of the most amazing artists, and it is a big part of why I love or appreciate the show so much, and that's what we get to do right now.
Absolutely. Don Vino, the sexiest man in town, with a sax rendition of Nomvula. crazy. Oh my goodness, Don Vina and the boys on your feel good. I was about to say, catch him on the 27th, 28th of March at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. Also every Sunday. There's got to be a church at Don Vino somewhere, man. That's absolutely amazing. Beautiful music. Wow. Let us know what you thought about that performance. I'm sure that you enjoyed it just as much as we did. Listen, we spoke to Judith earlier on about what she's doing as well, pre-post the Jazz Fest. What are you going to be up to?
There's a couple of things happening, but the big thing for me this year again is 20th of June. I'm doing Kinderina again.
Yes.
Which is a Sexy Vibes 4.0.
Nice one.
I'm turning 40, man.
Oh, my goodness. Can you believe it? You've never looked younger. And check it out. Sounds of Brass, Manenberg Stage, Cape Town International Jazz Fest. $9.99 gets you a pass for both days. Make sure that you're going to be there. One more time. Don Vino, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey yo, what's going on? My name is Sibo Setu Kolo, otherwise known as Setu, originally from Durban, KwaMashu, and now staying in Johannesburg. I'm a digital content creator and marketer. So the whole reason why I entered Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9 is because, I mean, who wouldn't want to be on an island and possibly win $1 million? Besides an amazing beard, I'm bringing good energy, fun, laughter, and this. Everything.
He's got a beautiful heart. He's a very powerful businessman. I believe he's one of the future billionaires.
My style, AKA the drip. I just feel like style is an expression of who you are on the inside. So I like to look good all the time. Try to, be in the latest threads. Oh man, my friends, my squad, my clique, we a bunch of good people, man. Good vibes all around.
He's definitely gonna win Tropica Island of Treasure because he has no choice but to win.
Make sure to catch me on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao, coming very soon to SABC3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Well, welcome back. You're live with Expresso as we travel a little bit right now and scratch that festival itch, if you will. Now that the festive season is over, time has come to start planning how to make the most of the amazing events and festivals in South Africa for 2020. Mzansi has quite the hub of social activity at the moment, with everything from music festivals, as we've proven on the show this morning, to sporting events, celebrations of food and culture, just to name a few. So get ready to make the most of your long weekends with Travel travelstar.co.za and plan some memorable little trips. In fact, memories that will last you a lifetime. John Lariche, our travel experts and festival goer, now joins us from Travelstar.
Good to have you, man. So let's get right into it and talk about the local scene and some of the really hip happening vibes and festivals we can be looking out for in 2020.
Well, there's loads. So
it's a big year.
think we'll just, I mean, a couple of events coming up now for Cape Town. We've got the Design in Durban happening like pretty soon, end of this month. We've got the Cape Town Cycle Tour. We've got the Comic-Con happening in May, I think it is, which I'm quite excited for.
Coming to Cape Town.
Indeed.
Yeah,
it's huge. It's growing every single year.
Yes, I'm quite keen for that. Joburg, we've got some one-day international cricket happening, Poch. We've got the Rand Show, I think, which people know quite well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I know about that growing up, even.
Yeah, for sure, man. We used to work
call it the Rand Easter Show?
The Rand Easter Show, man, yeah.
Way back. And then Durbs, we've got the Vodacom Durban in July, happening, guess when, in July. And then we've got the Arts Festival for Durbs as well.
Yeah, the Health and Arts Festival. So clearly there's a lot for you to indulge on. Of course, the Cape Town International Jazz Fest, and this morning has just been a bit of a taste of what you can expect.
Oh, it's going to be massive, man. It's going to be really, really massive. Festival season is here, and I mean, they're advertising all over the place. That kind of gets you inspired. But South Africa has developed quite a proper kind of schedule now of some marquee events. What's got you most excited?
Well, the next one up is Ultra. I think everybody's quite excited.
No.
I think I stand to be correct, but 28th, 29th March, Cape Town, Joburg, respectively. Feb, sorry, not March. We've then got the Clarence Beer Festival. So if you like your beer, go check that out.
And Clarence is awesome, man. It's such a cool
beautiful
town. If you've never been there, it's awesome. It's got a life of its own. It's really cool.
Yeah. Klein Karoo Nasionale Kunstefees,
Kaka en Ka. There we go. You have to get through the main proper name. And that's not what it looks like, by the way. That's just a picture of the
That's before they arrive,
But that is also a big highlight, of course.
Indeed. Got the Jazz Festival happening, which I was felt quite privileged to be able to listen to that bit of music this morning. It was pretty cool. And then the last one on my list, Africa Burn. Later this year. I think that's also quite big, but you got to plan very, very well for that one.
Well, let's talk about that. Some of the top tips that you have to share in terms of planning, booking flights, booking accommodation, making sure that you have all you need to get there and really enjoy yourself. Because the last thing you want to do is go to a place like, it's like an Africa Burn, and then I didn't do this. And you want
I don't have hand sanitizer.
You want to fully immerse yourself.
Where's my hand sanitizer?
I would say first off, make a list. So make a list. But as far as the travel aspect of it is concerned, book early if you can. The earlier the better generally, because as things fill up, things get more expensive. And obviously if they get too full, you're going to be staying at home. If you're flexible, sort of even a day or two here and there can make a huge difference with price. And if you are worried about anything, phone us. We can help. We're happy to help.
Inspire you with some amazing new trips. I think the main take-home here is just do something, plan it, and go out there and do it. And I think the best way to start is with Travelstar, how to boost your social itinerary, create that WhatsApp group, get planning, get your friends' input, then go to travelstar.co.za. They've got flights, accommodation, even car hire is covered. All you need to do is just book your tickets and get there and party.
Enjoy.
We even do bus trips now, by the way, on our website.
Wowzers.
You can check that out too.
Add
on my WhatsApp group.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Also inspiring. Now, this morning we've been bringing you content live from Joburg. Take a look at this story. Now, who would have thought that sitting down with your partner to watch Chef, basically a movie about a professional chef who quits his day job to travel across the country in a food truck, would inspire you to start your own fleet of food trucks? Well, that's exactly the origin story behind Candice and Jade Greef's journey with the filthy mustache. And our Johannesburg correspondent, Tsulu Piri, he met up with them at Modderfontein Bird and Sculpture Park to find out more. Take a look at this.
There's nothing quite like biting into a delicious, scrumptious, flavorful burger while enjoying a vibrant market with your loved ones. There's an award-winning food truck called the Filthy Moustache that has set out to fill the tummies of the masses and make sure that you'll need a serviette or 3 once you're done.
Established in 2016, the Filthy Moustache team comprises of Candice and Jade, and their ethos of being cool and funky definitely complements the mouth-watering dishes served from their mobile eatery.
What makes this establishment stand out from its competitors is that it was recently recognized by the Restaurant Association of South Africa Awards as the best food truck in SA, and it's really not difficult to see why. Hey Jada, how are you doing, man?
Good in yourself.
Hi, well. So Jada, here you've had quite an unconventional start to how the Filthy Moustache came about. Tell me more.
It was a Friday night, myself and my partner Candice, we were just thinking of what type of names we could name our business, and now it's an argument of who actually came up with the name, but I do believe that it was myself.
How has the street food scene in Johannesburg grown, and how has your business grown in relation to that?
It's definitely grown over the past 4 years. There's been a lot of new entrants in the last 4 years, a lot of new food trucks, guys doing cool things. So it's really helped the industry grow over the last 4 years. I'd say we're nowhere near to where the industry can be compared to places all around the world. But it is getting to that point where we will see a lot more food trucks around Johannesburg. The Filthy Moustache definitely has grown over the last 4 years. We've added on another 4 trucks to our brand, and yeah, so you'll see us all over Joburg.
I ordered the Bro-Stache. It's a sweeter one with the caramelized onion and the bacon.
I actually follow them around a little bit. I stalk them, and I just love the Filthy Moustache. It's a whole experience. It's the staff, and it's just the whole atmosphere of the truck, and I really love their burgers.
So I ordered a burger, cheeseburger, and I would say I like the patty, crunchy outside and soft inside.
Certainly marching to the beat of their own drum, the Filthy Moustache team have set themselves with the mission of showing Joburg their quirky, naughty and fun side.
Candice, the Filthy Moustache recently won an award. How does it feel like to be recognized for the work that you've been doing?
It was definitely a surprise. We didn't expect it, and we're using it as a motivation to improve what we currently have, and it also just gave us that, you know, that feeling that we're actually on the right track and everyone is super happy with what we're doing.
What are some of your award-winning dishes on the menu, and how did you come up with them?
So obviously with trial and error, but we've got 2 sides of our business. We do the gourmet burgers and the gourmet hot dogs. I would say that the best burger is our Bro-Stache burger. Just from popularity and, you know, the way the people ordering it the most, that's sort of how we found out that that was our best one. And then hot dogs, the Lady Tickler.
Can you take us through how some of your signature dishes are made?
Sure, so we've got the Bro-Stache burger and the lip rug burger, and today in Matapelo and Wisdom we'll be showcasing how it's done.
Matapelo, how are you?
I'm good, in yourself?
I'm very well, thank you very much. It's very hot up here, ne?
Welcome to our world.
So tell me, what exactly are you going to be making me
I'll
today?
be making you a lip rug burger. It's a 180 beef patty with melted cheese on, crispy bacon. We use jalapenos, mustard and peri-peri.
Sounds delicious. If you want to get this yummy and delectable food in your mouth and in your tummy, you can visit them at the Friday Night Lights Market here at Modderfontein or the Deep Roots Market in Pretoria. Don't forget your napkins.
I would be extremely excited to have that. Oh, it looks absolutely delicious. But something else that's absolutely exciting is that on the 27th and 28th of March, the International Jazz Festival is happening at the Cape Town International Convention Centre. A day pass is $6.49 and a weekend pass is $6.99.
Love that. If that was just a teaser, if this morning was just a teaser of what to expect, then we are in for a treat to the Supuma Don Vino Princess, still in the house to give us all that and so much more after this.
Rise and shine. There's no better way to wake up other than with Mackie D's for breakfast. Download the McDonald's app for delicious daily deals and start your day the right way.
Welcome back, you beautiful people, to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso nearing the end. 10 more minutes of Feel Good coming your way. Time for us to take a look at what's happening in the world of entertainment. What have the stars been up to, guys?
Oh, absolutely, man. But we're going to start off with some feel-good news. Anyone who has dreams of making it big rather, often thinks of how they will thank the loved ones who stood by them when no one else believed in them. Now, 19-year-old Yanga Sobetwa, who won the 2018 edition of a popular singing competition, took to Instagram to share that the amazing news that she has bought her family a brand new home. Amazing. At 19. Now, her lengthy Instagram caption expressed her gratitude for the opportunity to do this for her family, all while touring and finishing up her matric. She added that she has achieved so much before the age of 20, such as owning a car and already having an album under her name. She ended the caption off by saying she's not bragging, but instead showing that God can change your life too. She's no stranger to the Feel Good Breakfast Show, as she joined us earlier on this year to let us in on her upcoming album that she's currently working on. Truly inspirational, coming from a young girl, I mean, from humble beginnings, and we are extremely proud of her, and we wish her nothing but more success and the best. Congratulations to you.
Absolutely. Yes, congratulations. And keep working hard. I was privileged enough. Last week I was doing a rehearsal at Soundcast Studios, and she had also just been rehearsing just before me, and you could see, like, the band is focused, she is focused, and they are ready to take on the scene in a very serious way.
At 19.
I love glow-ups. Another person that is glowing up right now. Let me tell you guys, hello from the other side.
Adele.
If you know who I'm talking about, Adele is in the business. Now, if you were lucky enough to be the guest at the wedding of Laura Dockrell and Hugo White this past weekend, then you were part of the lucky few that got to see her in action. She gave us a rare performance, as well as making a very exciting announcement, guys. Now, the singer who... Wait for it, guys. Let me just report this. Now, we haven't seen her a lot in the public eye since a split with her husband. However, she performed at her childhood best friend's wedding, during which she told the crowd to expect her newly highly anticipated album in September. It's coming soon to us. Now, of course, we know that she is the songstress of Rolling in the Deep, Hello from the Other Side, and she even sings up Spice Up Your Life from the Spice Girls. That's what she performed at the wedding. But also, she was spotted losing 100 pounds at the wedding. So people is there.
Wait, she lost 100 pounds at the wedding?
Wait, she was spotted at a wedding?
What kind of wedding was this?
She's basically just walking into the wedding, spotted. Someone spotted 100 pounds.
Look at her.
I can't even recognize
Gorgeous, yeah.
Like, you're dying here. What's going on?
No, I'm just laughing at you guys, the interpretation of what Jamie said about she was spotted losing 100 pounds.
At
like
the
she
wedding.
walked into the wedding and then, gone.
That was just hilarious. That's why I want to go to that wedding too, just to lose 100 pounds. You just go to the wedding and like,
yeah, she looks absolutely gorgeous, man. Adele, and I'm really looking forward to the album in September.
Absolutely.
We knew that was going to come after the breakup. Like, it was going to be an album.
But let's talk about another artist. Now, imagine being able to see your favorite artist performing live on stage, and it's like this anticipation. It's been building up. It's all on stage, and they're singing, and then out of nowhere, the show just stops.
And load shedding? What?
No, the artist just walks off. Just walks off.
Wait,
like they can't do it anymore. And imagine how that must feel for the artists themselves. And this recently actually happened to none other than Elton John. Well-loved and celebrated musician who is busy on his Goodbye, it's called Goodbye Yellow Brick Road tour, right, around the world. And in New Zealand on Sunday night, he had to walk off stage, and obviously fans very, very concerned. In fact, before we talk about it, take a look at this video where it actually happened. must correct myself. The tour is called Farewell Yellow Brick Road, the World Tour.
It's his final world tour.
Exactly, and you can see just with that emotion there.
He's disappointed to not be able to deliver to his fans, and you can see he wanted to be there, and he really wanted to give them the best show possible.
And he later explained on Twitter saying, I was diagnosed with walking pneumonia earlier today, but I was determined to give you the best show humanly possible. Yeah, so this performance comes a week after Elton's second best original song Oscar win for the song I'm Gonna Love Me Again for the biopic of Rocket Man. Obviously that's been doing the rounds and doing very, very well for him as well. And so as you can imagine, fans were gutted who came in full support to see him on his final world tour, and we wish him a speedy recovery because I mean he's given so much to the world of entertainment and the world of music out there. We will be singing Elton John songs forever and a day, so all the best to you, sir.
Oh man, well that's where we leave it for now with our entertainment news. Any interesting stories that have caught your attention, why don't you share them with us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3, and who knows, we might just be reporting on them. Thank you, Jamie Lee. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Kuhle Adam.
Did you hear about that wedding where Adele just like lost 100
Spotted. No,
it was spotted.
No, everyone's looking for £100. Someone drop a £100 note. And we've been blessed with the talents of Don Vino this morning. Thank you so much, my friend. I know you always bring the fire, but today there's been something special there, and I'm sure it has something to do with the excitement of joining some of the best musicians, artists, jazz artists in the world, proudly promoting what South Africa has to offer at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival, 27th, 28th of March. You treated us to an impromptu session with the phenomenal Judith Sabuma, but you're going to be performing with the Sounds of Brass, which sounds like a truly phenomenal group of artists. And this morning we're going to get just a little taste. This is Happiness Is.
Here we go.
Show, made with love by Clover.
Nada. Good production.